Hello everybody and welcome. We're D&D Boyband, a group of dorks that all like to play D&D pretty boys, because apparently it's not fantasy unless everyone's hot. This is an original D&D campaign set in the critical role world of exact CR1. We will try to keep spoilers to a minimum, but they will inevitably crop up. Whilst the Council of Tal'Dorei deals with the aftermath of those events, tensions are growing within the heartland of Tal'Dorei and deep beneath the ground. I'm Dungeon Master Jamie. Joining me tonight are the Spice Boys. Let me introduce Clued as Rasha, Eski as Zug, Sai as Aku, Luke as Ascor, Lauren as Ghost, and Erin as Haydn. To get you up to speed on the general campaign so far, following some adventures starting with a crashed airship leading them down from Craghammer to the Silvercrook Crossroads and deep below the Underdark, the group, after some misadventures with aboleths and various demon lords, came face to face with Orcus, the demon lord of undeath. And after Rasha banished Orcus, causing him to drop his wand, the party took it to the Feywild. Many creatures tempted them whilst they were there and threatened the party for the wand, and the Spice Boys were generally quite split on whether they should get rid of it or attempt to destroy it. They decided to hide it in Geb's secret temple within the Silvercut Crossroads, but when Haydn went through the portal to go there, he was instead taken to the sacrificial altar of Orcus. Fearing the wand would be stolen from him, he attuned to it, miraculously surviving the attunement and escaping the temple. Since then, the party have decided to interrogate the two personalities that seem to be within the wand, discovering that one of them is trapped there, and reuniting Archmage Vespin Chloras' soul with his body may be the key to destroying the wand. To that end, they have travelled to Rosohna and Ghost's parents' house, and now they're travelling through the Barbed Fields, or at least attempting to start their journey through the Barbed Fields. Last session, they had reconvened after their dinner with the Ghost's parents, chatted about the various ways they've each seemingly deceived each other, and travelled to a stables on the outskirts in an attempt to bond with some Moorbounders who would carry them on a treacherous journey across the Barbed Fields. It generally gone okay. Rasha had used a light cantrip to distract the Moorbounder, as if it was a big cat, and had won its trust by playing with it. Ascor, through sheer force of will and a little bit of luck, had managed to subdue a large, little bit too old Moorbounder to bond with anybody. And finally, Aku stepped forward. Paladin of Sylvanus. However, he seemed to have been slightly sabotaged by the spirit within him, noticing that the Moorbounder's golden eyes flashed green before it pounced at him. That's where we are. And now Spice Boys. Aku, as this huge, muscly, panther-sized creature with massive horns kind of leaps and jumps at you. What do you do?
I would like to stab the cat, please.
Oh no!
I'm not.
I thought you loved nature!
Very well. As it kind of leaps forward, could you make an attack roll?
They're never gonna let me back in.
Oh god.
Are we open
Parents
by
are gonna
stabbing
disown
the
me.
cat?
Okay. That is 25 to hit.
Yo.
25 to hit. Okay. Roll damage.
Oh dear. Oh, Grace. Does
Just,
anybody
we're
know how
just
strong
feeding
a
our cat,
Moorbounder
right?
is?
Very.
Can
17 points of damage.
17 points of
Aku
damage.
take this
Max
fight?
damage.
Aku, could you make a perception check for me?
I'm not very good at that. 11.
Okay, 11. You don't notice. For you, it was fully going to attack. As it lunges forward, and it goes to lunge at you. Twirl your spear in your hands, thrust it forward, and you kind of glance straight onto the shoulder where it would be, and use its momentum as it kind of pierces down to slam it down in front of you. And it kind of whelps and kind of like jumps back. It's no longer being aggressive. It seems to be backing away and scared, and you hear from the kind of fence where you're like, Zor's like, hey, what are you doing? Like pointing and yelling at you. It would be your turn initiative, and if the party wants to do anything, let me know.
Killing
I'll,
out with our friend cats, right?
Yeah.
just gonna grab the goblin guy, be like, "But this is just how he deals with things with the pointy end. Just let him do his thing. He's not gonna kill it."
Trying to pull away from you. Like, just stabbed it.
Just chill, yeah, but like, you know, these Moorbounders. He's just showing it who's boss, you know?
Aku just like clears his throat and goes, I am just asserting dominance over the cat.
Could you make an intimidation roll with advantage for me?
Are you sure you want me to roll intimidation, Jamie?
I do, yes.
Isn't Aki good at that though?
Yeah.
He's got like charisma coming out of his ears.
Two dirty 20s.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Okay. It doesn't. As you kind of like stand there with your spear over it, like dripping in fresh blood from this Moorbounder, it kind of being aggressive, whatever kind of aspirations it had to scare you off or attack you are gone, but it doesn't seem super interested in being close to you.
At this point, Aku is gonna offer it some of the meat he took from his bag, so he's gonna stab the cat. When he realizes that it's probably not under Lanhorn's influence, he's gonna then offer the meat and see if it.
You can make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
What do you mean?
You stab the cat and then you
did
feed
stab it.
Oh dear.
It's a 5.
As a cat mum, I'm appalled.
5.
Same.
It starts like slinking away from you. As like this point, Zorth has like got into the field, has been like walking up, and it's like with his one arm, like, hey! He like runs up to the cat and starts like petting it and like looks back at you evilly. then looks over.
Oh, you cut out there, Jamie.
Oh, sorry. Like he looks back and goes like, another one.
I mean, what can I say?
He's kind of like petting the Moorbounder, and the Moorbounder kind of like starts like rubbing its head against Zorth, and it's obviously looks a little better with being comforted, but has just been stabbed. What are the rest of you doing?
Ascor kind of missing the sort of meaning of what the goblin was saying. Was like, yeah, this one's no good. That's right, another one. Bring another one.
Rasha's gonna mutter, this is ridiculous. Why? I understand mind flayers, but why are you stabbing cats, Aku? He's also maybe gonna turn to Zorth and say, I can heal this cat. Do cats heal like people? Is it the same sort of thing, or do I just heal the
I
cat?
don't know. Most people don't stab them.
Will it accept the healing? Will it try to eat me if I try to heal this cat?
I don't think I should let you near any of them. I've already wasted 2 being bonded at this point.
Okay, we should do it from over here then. And he's probably still patting his own Moorbounder and, giving it scratches behind the ears. And I'll cast Healing Word upon Aku's cat, and give it some health.
Okay, as the Moorbounder's kind of being comforted by Zorth and still like feeling probably not feeling warm of itself, he's kind of like stroking it and like cuddling a bit closer. You can see the wound kind of visibly begin to seal and cauterize a little bit. There's a little bit of smoke trails off it, and it stands up feeling slightly more confident. And Zorth kind of looks back at you and looks at the wound. He's like, "At least it's not going to get infected now." It starts like leading it away from. Seems to take it into a different field, lock it behind a gate, and then comes back and he seems to go to fold his arms, but he's only got one, so he kind of puts one under his armpit. It's just like, well, I mean, not quite sure where we go from here. You have your 2 and your rations. I think that's going to have to be enough.
Well, you're not sharing ours.
I'm not coming with you.
No, not you. I was talking to them.
Well, 4 would have been enough. How do we do this now?
Well, we also need somewhere that Naddan can ride as well.
Well, Naddan can go with you, little guys. He's little as well. Well, he would have done.
Maybe Gebcat. Gebcat is quite strong, and I am not so huge, so maybe I don't know, Naddan.
You're
Haydn,
like nearly
you could ride
7
with me.
foot tall.
I am quite big, but not very. I mean, Gabecat is.
Oh, everybody, hold on. I have the most experience here as trained rider. So, I think Aku should ride with me. My steed, of course, is broad and proud. I think this will carry us both to victory.
So you think that, looking at it, Ascor's slightly larger Moorbounder could probably carry 3 to 4 people, whereas Rasha's could probably handle 2 to 3, depending on size.
And mine
What
can
about-
probably carry 2 then as well.
Yeah.
What about if one
yeah,
of us
sorry.
is carrying 7 tents?
Maybe you should
Like,
just
if
be
I-
you and Ghost
If
on
I
Ghost
have a
Moorbounder.
quick look, I'm like currently. Sorry, I had the wrong page open. Currently carrying 272 pounds worth of stuff.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
you
we'll
can-
leave some of it behind.
Well, we'll probably need the tents unless you want to start bunking up. We could probably do with 4 tents, eh? We don't need 7 tents.
I mean, you're saying that in character, or we meant to read it right
I'm saying that in character, sorry.
now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, having a tent
but,
is quite a luxury. I do not really understand why we need to have fabric upon us, you know.
Who would share their tents though? And...
Oh, well, you would sleep outside because nobody likes you.
Oh. I
I
mean,
really like Haydn. I think he's very nice. Yeah.
You're not really cracked in on the sarcasm thing yet, Rasha, are you? No, okay.
A lot of I don't know about you, but it's been a little unsettling to be around Hayden recently. Not
Naddan.
Yeah, what happens if he whips his cucumber out and starts using it on us? That would be pretty terrifying, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Good lord,
No one can...
so crass.
You can have your own tent. It's alright.
Yeah, you can have
That's
your
where
own
he meant
tent.
the actual cucumber, not my cucumber.
Well,
It is your cucumber, though. You're attuned to it.
No, it's he who shall not be named cucumber.
Yours is a
I'm
very
just
large
looking after
cucumber. It is, you know, it is. Yeah, it is the big one.
There's
It's
nothing I
perfectly
can say.
sized to fit you. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Well, like, why don't we just kind of come to that when we come to that? Like, why does it matter now? Just dump a bunch of shit you don't need, Zug, and hop on. Ghost says as he's
Alright.
jumping on this Moorbound.
Zug takes his gigantic bag off and begins rifling through it.
You just like full Beetle
bedroll.
from
Yeah, pretty
from
much.
Zelda.
They got like a little shop cart at the front.
DM, did I sell the Death Tyrant skull? I can't remember. I think I did. I
Yes, you
still
did.
have it here. Okay, I should get rid of that.
You gave it to
Yeah.
the Fizzlebang.
In that case, it's just the tents.
Just
And the unlimited
But I
revenue.
also have a lot of rations.
so the Moorbounders you do have are equipped with enough rations for them and you for 7 days.
I don't need to carry so many.
They've
so much
they've got
food then.
bags on them. Kind of dried meats.
And Zug takes out what was an absolutely gigantic sack of like dried meats and shit. It's enough for, I believe, it's enough almost 60 days worth for an individual.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of this? This is ghosting in character to Zug as he's dealing with his like massive sack. Have you ever heard of this lesser deity? He's called Saint Nicholas. He like dresses in red and uses magic to sneak down chimneys, and he steals from children that have been bad, and also like kind of gives stuff to children that have been good. Do you think that like maybe you could be, I don't know, like a cleric of Saint Nicholas? Since you've got the whole,
I'm already.
but he's
part of
dressed in
the
red
guest
and he's
show.
got a big sack with loads of treats in it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm already part of a church. I'm not going to join another one. And I
Right.
haven't heard of this one either.
If he left the Church of Geb, we would be 33% smaller. So it's sort of
Yeah,
meet
that'd be
him.
problematic.
That would be quite difficult.
Hmm.
I don't really
And
know what he
Ghost, I
does.
think
but-
we've established that you don't really understand us religious types, really. Your disdain for religion is not welcome among the rest of us.
Yeah, I understand that, and I know you speak for everyone here. And Ghost winks at Aku on religious matters, especially.
Aku looks so absolutely triggered at both of you talking about religion.
Anyway, let's Guys,
Let's-
everyone, let's think right now about we need to get from here across the Barbed Fields, and the only way we're gonna do it is on these Moorbounders, which we now have one less of because of Aku. One of
You're
them.
not going to
so-
get your deposit back, by the way, Aku. You know that, right?
It attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
Well,
Was I
you could've-
supposed to let it eat me?
You could have like done like the light trick that Rasha did, like the laser pointer thing.
I offered
Anyway,
it food.
You
What
could have
else
told it
was
all about
for?
Sylvanas and bored it to sleep.
I think you're gonna get stabbed soon.
let's figure out where everyone's gonna sit so we can get this on the road.
How long is this trip? Is it?
Well, Aku can
Quite
sit
long.
with me as long as he agrees not to offend my steed.
By offend, you mean stab, right? Just so we're clear.
Positively.
Yeah.
Is Ascor's steed still looking like really like ready to just like buck him off at any moment?
So having watched the events of the other one be stabbed, it's ever so slightly pacified. It does look grumpier significantly than Gebcat. What did you name the one again? It was your middle
Yeah.
name, wasn't it? Thaddeus.
Oh, Thaddeus.
Yeah. Thaddeus looks a little grumpy, but Gebcat looks pretty pacified. And
All I'm saying is I rolled two
Ghost, what did you name yours?
25s on that.
Starbucks.
Starbucks does mine as well.
Yeah, the book is like lying open on the top of Ghost Moorbounder's head, sort of like stroking it, like just like opening and closing to stroke the cat.
No, I don't know what it is. Just love cats.
Okay, so Rasha,
Yes.
I will go on your Moorbounder with you.
If you would like, yes. A Gebcat is really nice. He smells kind of good, you know, like the ground. He smells like the ground, so it will be a relaxing trip.
That's good. And then maybe Naddan comes with us. Jamie, how tall is Naddan?
About 6'7".
6'7".
7?
6'7"?
He's
No,
quite
that's
tall,
not
like,
right.
That's a trowel.
Wait, hold on. Did we miss something about all drow
Wait.
being giants?
What?
Wow.
Why is everyone so tall? I thought I'd be an average height being
No,
5'7".
Not all drow.
not in a fantasy world, you're not.
But he's like, he's very very skinny, lean.
So he's just a big lanky guy.
With a big lanky rogue drow.
He's
what can
literally
you
a
do?
lamppost.
Well, you know, you are both kind of small, so that will be fine. We will feed Gebcat a lot, and you'll be
Um,
happy.
I'd offer for Zug to come with me, but aren't you still on Ascor's payroll? Like, would he want you on his? I mean,
technically, but I don't really think it matters.
okay.
Nonsense. You ride where you need to as long as you just load the creatures with everything we need.
I mean, I'm already carrying everything we need.
Well, don't carry it. You just load it onto the... You know, you're a man of the earth. You can work these creatures.
Yeah, Zug, you can work these creatures.
I actually never learned how to ride. I don't know how to.
Me neither, but you know, these big horny cats are quite, I don't know, they are quite gentle, so.
Okay. I
You
guess
can be my bodyguard now. It's fine. You can throw yourself in the way of any danger that comes towards me, which will
think
be
I've-
great because there is so much danger out there. This is actually a huge relief.
I'm pretty sure I already have been doing that, but yeah.
As a reminder, you were told that magic behaves quite interestingly within the Barbed Fields.
Haha, finally.
The fighter's time has come.
To clarify,
The greatest day of my life.
who is traveling on Gebcat? We have Rasha, Naddan, and Haydn.
Yeah.
I think
And-
so.
Who is traveling
Elf Squad.
on Starbucks? Zug and
Zug and
Cook?
Ghost.
Sun Ghost.
And the
Does-
Yeah,
tent.
sure.
Does that mean that
I mean,
Aku was traveling on Thaddeus?
we'll just assume that Zug
Yeah.
redistributes the stuff he's carrying onto the Moorbounders a bit.
Okay.
How much weight can they take?
They're pretty strong. Let me have a check what they're.
I've
I
got
feel like we're getting
100.
into the minutiae of the
So I've
load
got
of the Moorbounder so much.
I've got
Yeah,
6 tents, right?
So
How
they
fast does an unladen Moorbounder fly?
they have a solid 18 strength, so they're pretty strong boys. I imagine they probably wouldn't struggle with 2 to 3 people, especially Thaddeus, and a couple of bags. They are like supposed to be like package. And they probably walk pretty like the point is walk with all their equipment and also at a decent pace for most of the day. So as you guys get to leave, Zorth kind of scowling and kind of pushing you away, you begin setting out upon the Barbed Fields, and all that you guys see once you've kind of walked about half an hour around you is desolate wasteland. It's not quite a desert. It's not quite got shrubbery and kind of brush. You kind of off in the distance you see what seems to be maybe a collection of, but there's no leaves. On one side it seems to be a lot more sand. It is difficult to see any sign of life around you. As you attempt to make your way, I assume Ghost, you're kind of guiding. Based on Ghost's instructions, if somebody in the party maybe draw a fairly basic map, would that be the case, Ghost?
He'd probably just have his own map and just be leading.
Okay.
He'd probably lean down to Zug and point to the map as they're going. It's like, hey, see this place? This is where I
Yeah.
got my nickname because I spent so much time out here.
What?
Why would that make you a ghost?
Well,
Are
you
they
can't
ghosted?
read, can you? I forgot about that. Sorry. Yeah, this says Ghostlands. That's what this
Oh.
says. That's what this bit is. Yeah.
So these are your lands. These belong to you.
Yes. I
Is your
owe
family
everything
that
the light.
rich?
Everything the twilight touches belongs to me.
Well, what about that shadowy place over there? And he indicates to a shadowy place yonder.
No, we don't go there.
Everything the light touches, Simba.
So in that
That's what happened
case,
to Roman.
Ghost, if you could make for me.
Make
actually,
a what? Sorry,
me-
you keep cutting out.
Sorry, sorry. If you
Make a
could make a
wish.
survival check for me.
Oh no, I should have shared the burden.
Oh man.
Do I get advantage because I've been here a million times before?
You can, but I would say that when other people roll it on subsequent days, no.
Can Haydn be also just kind of roughly sketching a little map in his notebook?
Yes. keeping track
Well,
of
that was a
everything
natty
then.
20, so
Natural
nice.
20. All right. Okay. could
Surely
you
we
roll
get
a
straight to our
D10 for
destination.
me?
roll a what?
A D10 for me.
Oh dear.
Buddy. Oh buddy,
Gosh.
oh buddy.
I did 16 on my own personal.
I got a
map.
2. That's good, right? 2's good.
Yeah, it's the best, isn't it?
Okay.
2 out of 2.
So expertly traveling through this area, kind of as you're kind of walking, Moorbounders' feet kind of occasionally displace some of the sand and dirt beneath you, and there's actually a path beneath him. Somehow, Ghost is guiding you along what once may have been a road to this desolate land. The wind starts whipping, but throughout all of it, Ghost keeps you guys on what you presume is the correct path. Those of you with the highest passive perception, which I believe is Rasha, does anyone else have 1 over 15?
Yeah, I've got 16.
16. As you two are kind of looking around and the rest of you, there's very little life to the sides, and straining to look in each direction, all you see is horizon. However, there's a brief moment where both of you kind of instinctively look up, and kind of just above the clouds, you see a rather large speck, a winged creature, which at this distance from where you are must be massive,
Oh
absolutely
no.
huge, and it just kind of flies. You see it, and then it disappears above the clouds, and then you see it kind of reappear a couple of what must be miles further off. It looks, I'd say that's all you get, Haydn. Rasha, with your highest score, it's 19.
Yeah, it's 19.
Yeah, 19 with your 19. It looks vaguely avian. It looks like a very large bird, and it just seems to be flying off into the horizon, off into the distance. A similar path to the one you're taking.
Oh, guys, there is a really, really big bird in the way we are going, like it is so big. It is like if I did not think it was a bird, I would think maybe it is that big dragon thing we saw in the Underdark. That sort of bigness.
A dragon?
But I think it is a bird. So.
It's definitely a bird. It's a rock. It's all right.
A rock.
Yeah.
Rocks. No, but what?
Rocks can't fly.
Rashaval, you'll have to speak up. We can't hear what you're saying.
You don't really listen to me even when you can hear perfectly fine. So.
Pardon?
What do you mean a rock goes? And he completely ignores Ascor.
Ghost pulls Starbucks up to the side of Gebcat so they can actually have a conversation. Or he slows down, I guess, since he'd be behind. Yeah, it's just like this. It's a type of giant bird that just kind of chills. Don't look too delicious, and it probably won't bother you.
I look really untasty, but
Then you've got nothing to worry about.
That's gonna be hard for Aku. Hayden mumbles under his breath.
What do you mean? Does Aku look really delicious?
Ghost reaches behind him and pulls out a water skin. He's like, "Hey, do you need this? You're looking pretty thirsty, dude."
I mean, I'm fine.
What do you mean? I suppose Aku is, a little bit bad, so maybe he looks tasty to a bird, but...
You should tell Aku looks tasty next time Ascor
No,
drives by.
No, we're good.
Rasha should do that, yeah. Just warn him that he looks
Rasha,
super
you should tell
delicious.
him.
Why should I tell him this?
Rasha,
He
you
looks
tell
so
Aku.
delicious. He's in danger.
What kind of vibe am I getting from them, DM?
Are you asking for an insight check or your passive
Yeah,
insight?
Rasha's eyes narrow.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I'll tell you for free.
I gotta
That's,
fight this with deception, right?
16 plus 9 for 25.
I will say you can both make deception rolls separately, given you're both attempting it.
19.
19.
Oh, what's mine? Oh no. I rolled a natural 1.
Look, like you're pretty insightful. You've been played by the party a couple of times. Ghost is always quite hard to read, but you sense that there's a little smirk behind a few of his words. More than there's always a smirk behind Ghost's words, but here it's a slightly different one, and one that you recognise as mocking. Haydn, on the other hand, can barely repress sniggers.
So this is the same, the same sort of smirk you had, Ghost, when you told me that long conversations were orgies. And also when I was told to ask why Ghost's parents are, drow and he is a tiefling, so... Keep trying. Next one, maybe.
And with that, so if you're slightly embarrassed, I'm sure you continue, and you are very satisfied where you are. You believe that you've actually probably, with the help of the Moorbounders and planning, gained a day on your destination. I think it should probably actually be 5 days from. Maybe decide to set up camp in an eminently defensible position, kind of a bit lower down, only kind of one main entrance, a bit hidden, secluded away that's safe. And as you all set up camp, the Moorbounders kind of group together and kind of snapping, getting on. As you sit around the campfire, is there anything you wanted to discuss? Any spells you wish to cast before we proceed to the next step?
I'd like to attempt to use, is it Blessing of the Forge? Whichever one of those it's called. No, sorry, Artisan's Blessing. And I'd like to transmute as many 100 gold chunks of my gold into armor for Gebcat. So it's gonna be decorative. But I would like my cat to look like, I don't know, a giant demon cat befitting of Geb and,
Okay.
So maybe some a
Demon?
cool little collar thing, a plated thing, maybe some segmented joints.
Could you roll a
Sort of
d20 for
That
me?
is so fucking.
A D20. Okay, 17. That's not bad.
Okay, that's fine. No, as the magic kind of swirls around iron energy.
Oh, you're cutting out
mind.
quite a lot.
Sorry,
You're cutting out.
Sorry, as the divine energy kind of swirls around you, you see the coins kind of float, the gold be extracted and melt and twist before your eyes. There's a vaguest moment where you feel almost like a tugging on the source of the energy and the magic, a pull. You just ignore it and you keep progressing on your work, entirely focused, and it doesn't seem to have any effect. You fashion one of those like death battle masks for Gebcat with like a demon's face, all the like goes playing on mane, or like a lion,
Right, shit.
long horns, and kind of along with that as well, a like golden breastplate for it and kind of armor way
I
around
think
with spikes.
He'd probably
Or
not
is
go
that-
so edgy as like
Okay.
demon face on it, but sort of like winged, sort of filigree thing, kind of fake, like reminiscent of his own armor with filigree everywhere and like segmented joint plates and like
Okay.
swoopy things.
More quality rather than edge. As I said, you probably only get kind of the head and the collar done today in an hour with that much gold. You probably need to do more, but you kind of fasten it on Gebcat, and with that roll and your like craft skill, it works really well. It fits super well. He doesn't seem too bothered by it, and the other Moorbounders look a little bit bare now.
Put it on his head with a, "Oh, Gebcat, you look so cool. This is so nice. I wish I could dress up my friends in the way I can do this with you." And he's
Ghost's
just gonna
been-
spend a little while.
Ghost's been watching from a distance Rasha creating this, and he's sort of like eyes narrow, just kind of like carefully taking in what's happening. When he's finished and he starts like fussing Gebcat and putting it on, he walks over to Rasha and he says,
Oh, hello, Ghost.
"You know that magic can explode here, right?
What do
I
you
did tell
mean?
you that."
You said it went a little bit funny, but you say a lot of things are funny, so.
Yeah, lots of things are funny to me, but actually, to be fair, explosions would be funny to me too. So if you had just combusted, that would have been hilarious. No disrespect, but it would have been pretty funny.
Wait, do you mean all the magic will just explode? Or
Yeah, so like when you were like doing that whole thing, that was like magic, right? Like Gab special magic.
well, it is like a divine connection between me and the god of the Golden Forge, so I don't know if it is magical or just, holy ordained,
That's true. There is a difference between like faith magic and arcane magic. It would be, I've never used that type of magic out here, and I've never been out here with anyone who could do that stuff. So this is actually pretty interesting experiment. How about
Understandable,
you
but
go
I've-
out there and you stand about 100 feet away, and then you summon the strongest, holiest Geb magic that you can do, and I'll stay here and observe, and we'll see what happens.
Much as I like that you are researching arcane things currently, Ghost, I am a little bit, wary of your general intentions, and I don't think I need to think too hard to Ghost, I am not going to blow myself up.
Well, for what it's worth, I actually think that if you did blow up, you would probably survive because you're so big. I
That
think,
is
and
true.
he turns and points to Haydn. If he did get magic, he would be dust. He would eat shit. It would be so funny.
By the way, I think that Rasha shouldn't do this because if anyone blows up, we need Rasha to make them not blown up.
Oh, that's true, because we have no way to heal ourselves from the danger out in the Barbed Fields because someone's magical cucumber keeps killing our health potions.
Did we figure that out? Is that definitely
So actually,
what's
to be
up?
honest, if you blow yourself up, that kind of kills like 3 birds with one stone.
I mean,
But then we
I
have
don't
the
think we
cucumber
have
here.
empirical proof that it was the cucumber that caused the potions to stop working. I think that's just a working theory that needs to be tested. Maybe all of our potions were swapped in the night by a clever thief.
Are you saying that you swapped all our potions in the night?
I would not describe myself as a clever thief.
Well, you are very clever, though.
Oh, thank you. Aiden smiles very brightly at Rasha.
But, that said, I did feel a little bit of a tug as I did these things, so I don't know, maybe I am going to blow up.
Maybe
Maybe-
No,
Say it-
objection.
Maybe you can set your
Objection,
tent
please.
out over there.
Tugs aside, thievery aside, my client here does not withstand those claims that he is a thief. Those are salacious, absolutely baseless claims.
Wait, who's your client?
I think he means you.
Well, for the time being, you are.
Are you trying to get Haydn to like give you money?
Since
Is
when
that what-
are you...
What? Don't be preposterous. I just couldn't stand the injustice.
You're being swindled, Haydn.
You know, we throw so many accusations around in this group here.
Are you...
And normally I'm the brunt of the joke, but it's just, no, I won't stand for it any longer.
Ascor, everyone knows I'm a mailman. I'm not a thief.
Naddan is a thief though, so maybe I don't know. Naddan, did you?
Naddan's a
steal our
cutthroat
potions?
as well.
Yeah, maybe Naddan's the one who messed up all of our potions. I don't think it was the cucumber guys.
Naddan loves us. I don't think it was Naddan.
I
don't
think
think
they disappeared. Actually, was not working before you even got back from the. Either I'm the most exceptional thief, and I can steal when I'm a couple of kilometers below the ground, or it wasn't me.
Well, I hope you're a better thief than you are an assassin.
He just like looks off into the distance. Why
Anyway,
is he
all I'm
dragging me
saying-
around?
All I'm saying is if you're going to practice magic, don't do it stood next to me because I don't want to die right now. So, thank you.
But actually, how do we defend ourselves against the big bird? If
We'll just leave us alone. It won't bother us.
It's a bird. Come on. Don't be such a douche.
Yeah, have you ever been killed by a bird before? No.
I don't think we have any bread on us. We should be fine.
Well, I don't think any of us have been killed before, considering we're all alive right now. But maybe we should have a backup plan in case the bird comes.
Well, we have 3 cats versus 1 bird.
Weird.
That's a great idea.
Oh.
Is the bird bigger than the cats though? Because
Massively bigger.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I've
huge.
seen,
It's
I've
freaking
seen,
huge.
I've seen pigeons take on street cats before, and it's pretty gets ugly. Gets ugly.
This
fast.
bird is like the size of a house. It's so big.
I mean,
There's
that's
so
not
many
good for us,
bad
right? Because our
things.
cats are smaller than.
Yeah, but like it'll be more distracted by the cats than it will be of us, which will give us time to run away. So
No, you'll not leave a cat.
Starbuck will give his
Look.
life for me. Won't you?
Did you
Nods at
promise
Starbuck.
that guy back there that you were going to return the Moorbounders unharmed this time?
Oh, that was like totally a lie.
Cool.
Yeah, that
What
is
you plan on
on
doing,
brand.
No, it just I mean if I come back, I come back, but like last time I didn't come back, so evidence
Honesty
suggests.
aside, I think what Ghost has done is the right thing. When it comes to insurance claims, you need to back what you're saying. You can't dilly-dather, you can't, affront the other side. You've got to stick with your story.
Can we rewind a second, though? Did you just say you did not come back last time? Is that when you left with your brother? And you just never came back home?
I've been busy.
And then you ended up in Taldore after coming out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't go straight to Taldore. I went a few other places first.
Like where?
I spent some time in Rexentrum. They're all super stuck up, but they know a lot of stuff and they know a lot of interesting stuff. So that was kind of cool. And then I went down the Menagerie Coast. That was pretty dope. And then I got bored of that, so I went to the other continent to see if there was anything cool there. And there was. We found a bunch of mind flayers and a bunch of demon lords, and we had a whole bunch of fights, and we got a load of cool stuff. And I met you guys.
We are really uncool, though, so... That
Yeah, but it makes me look cooler in contrast. So that's I love it. It's great. It's a win-win.
Fair enough.
I mean, you didn't even know what cool was before I met you, so it's nice to see that you're kind of adopting that into your vernacular.
Oh, I say everything is cool now. It is such a bad habit. We need a new word that is not cool.
You could say dingus instead. That could be your
Dingus.
new special word. Yeah,
you,
yeah,
say,
yeah.
you say dope sometimes. Is that
Oh,
the
that's
same
like
meaning?
yeah, it means the same thing. So if you say, "Oh, I'm such a dingus," then that's like, yeah, I'm the cool one. But that
Hayden
could be your
kinda
word. I won't use that one. That one's just for you. I give you that one for free.
Ghost, you are a dingus. And he's gonna return to the fireplace and
And with-
maybe sketch the rest of Gavcat's armor for the rest of the evening.
And with that, who
Valid.
is taking the first watch of the night? If somebody is, of course.
But more importantly, how many tents do we still have, and
I think you
who's
took
bunking with who?
4.
We have all of them. I don't
Oh,
know.
all of them,
I
okay.
Did you
I
keep
didn't
all of
drop
them in the end?
Yeah,
How
so we
many
have
people fit in
6.
each tent?
How am I
Ian?
meant to get my fanfic tropes going if we don't have to share tents, though? Can some of them
Two
have been
people.
magically
That
burned
was
in the
that
travel?
was a minor oversight, and I apologize. That's on me. That's on
There
me.
was only one bed.
Oh my god, there's only one.
When did canon ever stop fanfic?
Oh no, guys! It seems that the magic that Rasha cast earlier actually caused 4 of the,
The tents to explode.
To explode. So we've only got 3 now.
Oh, don't
Jake-
worry, Hayden. Here, I created a tent out of magic just for you.
God damn it!
Yeah, I have 6 tents.
But there's
somebody
7
sharing
of
with
us.
Wait, Haydn,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
have to go.
I'm gonna
by
share with
yourself.
Naddan. It's fine.
DM, can we all do individual survival checks to see how well we put the tent up?
Go ahead, absolutely.
Camping 101.
Thanks for that.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Just
I have a
yeah,
plus
they're all
2.
survival checks. Yeah.
This is where I use my point of inspiration to make sure I get a natural 20 on my
18! I'm a 10
Oh
pro!
no! I got 9.
Fine.
I got 13, I think.
24.
24.
Eat shit.
Does Ascor even put up his own tent?
Ascor approaches Zug and says, Zug, I'm just going to attend whatever constitutes a bathroom around here.
Okay, Zug managed to
I'll
put up
just
2 tents.
Be back when that tent's ready to go.
He put up a 13 and a
I'll
10.
palm you up an additional gold piece for Zug there.
Generous.
So
As soon as Zug puts up Ascor's tent and Ascor leaves to go to the toilet, Aku is just gonna like unzip his pants and piss all over Ascor's tent, and then like pretty sneakily, like he doesn't do it in vision, like he just like goes off to the side and like maybe where he envisions like his head would be when he's like asleep, he'll just have a little tinkle.
okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Sorry, do you just piss in his
Could
tent?
you make
Wow.
a stealth check?
No,
for me?
no,
Like,
on his.
It's really unlucky, Ascor.
It's actually outrageous.
Yeah.
That's quite unacceptable. I love
Of all the shit we've done, I think that is the most outrageous.
I
it
actually
though?
agree.
an 11.
Well,
Yes, I think it is.
And the thing is, even if
That's
you
a
got
natural 20.
Natural!
Why did you roll your
Moving.
first natural
It's a
20?
natural
on a-
20 piss take, guys.
Moving
Pissing on Ascor's
sneakilier
tent.
than any of you have. Like, Aku's tent seems to be up, and you all just presume he must be in it because he seems to have disappeared. And there's a little like ruffle, and there's just no sound. And Ascor, you come back to your tent, and you kind of look it out. It's a little wet. You thought it might have rained, and you all go into your tents. Who's taking the first watch?
By the way, I
think
made
as
sure that
before
my...
that happens, Ascor gets to his tent, and he gets to it and sort of sees that it's wet, looks around, puts his hand out of it, trying to gauge the moisture in the air, and gives it a little sniff and goes, "Oh, canvassy," and proceeds to climb in.
Oh no!
oh no.
Hey, by the way, when everyone was setting up their tents, Haydn made sure to set up his tent near the middle of the camp, so because it's good for
Okay.
being protected.
Absolutely.
Wait, how close in the middle?
Just like in the
Center.
middle.
Zug
I'm
has
not,
made an
I'm not
effort.
being on the
Zug has
sides
made,
where I can get picked off in the middle of the night.
Zug has made an effort to at least have some distance between you and him.
Yeah.
He doesn't care
Ghost
if he's
has
off to the side
put
a
his
bit.
tent up, and it looks a little more than like 2 sticks with a piece of fabric draped over it. It doesn't look like a tent really. I got 9, but he doesn't seem too bothered. He's just kind of sitting down with his back against the Moorbounder, just sort of idly reading.
Cool. So I assume Ghost is on watch or be awake. Is anyone else joining him?
Yeah.
First watch or.
I'll do second.
Okay.
Cool. So okay, for the very first watch, could Rasha and Ghost please make perception checks?
Perception, yeah?
Disadvantage if you don't have night vision.
Oh, well.
Ah, well, as an
I do.
elf genasi, I don't.
Ain't that unlucky?
21.
Oh, I don't.
21.
I see everything.
Oh, that's a natural 20 and a 12 for 21 still, but
21. Okay. Both of you, it's actually surprising. For as devoid as a life as this place should or is, with a 21, you have to kind of fend off a decent chunk of kind of insects and lizards that kind of come through. And Moorbounders help you. They kind of like snap up some and you see them kind of eating and fighting over them. But a decent amount of insects and lizards come and kind of try to steal or eat some of your food during the night. And with 21s, occasionally looking up at the night sky, kind of far above you, but the odd sound kind of makes its way into your head. You see these shapes moving very high up, almost like a shadow, even in the dark. Somehow you perceive it moving across, flying far above, not quite as high as you saw the rock, but almost you see it going across the sky, like this trailing shadow and smoke behind it. And they don't seem to be interested in you. They seem to fly past a little bit further, and just 2 or 3 throughout the night you kind of see a group.
Ghost, what are those? Those shadows in the sky.
Would Ghost know?
Ghost can make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'll get that one. A 20.
Yeah, so you would Gloomstalkers.
They're just like bats, I guess.
Oh, okay. It's quite
Nothing
nice
to
to
worry.
see bats. I like bats. Shadow bats.
Yeah,
Mm.
like big old shadow bats, just living the dream out here.
Kind of dope, actually. Wow.
And it's
And
not
his eyes
yeah.
will just flick back down to the book, which he'll just constantly be reading. I guess in all downtime, the archaeology one down beneath him on.
Yep.
The Get
Awesome.
book.
Yeah, but as that goes on, Rasha, eventually your eyelids go heavy. I'm Doug. You go wake him up. Zug and Ghost, could you please again make perception checks?
Okay.
Mhm. +2.
I got a 10 in
Disadvantage
total.
again if you don't have night vision.
Wait, hold on. I get to go again if I have dog vision?
No, disadvantage if you have night vision.
No, night
Well,
vision.
I got
Oh,
a
sorry,
5.
disadvantage if you don't have night vision. So 5
I have dog vision and I got
Yeah.
5.
and Ghost got a 10. Okay. Far off in the distance, Ghost, you occasionally make out night into existence and be snuffed, and you don't know what it is. Seems to be quite far away. Doesn't seem to be too bothered. Zug, it's dark. You can normally see pretty well in the dark, but there's kind of a weird fog and shadow that kind of hangs around the camp, this general area. The darkness somehow seems thicker, and after a while you just give up. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. Rosohna. Sorry, we're not that far from Rosohna. We're not that far from it. You're fine.
You're fine.
So, as that's happening, and as you two are on watch, Aku. Again, your mind, as you're sleeping, is not entirely at peace or your own. All too familiar to the past 2-3 nights. You awake to utter darkness surrounding you. The wind kind of blowing ever so slightly, and ever such like water underneath your feet. It was like a thin layer separating you from some dark earth underneath. However, there's no purple star this time. What there is directly in front of you 2 doors. One, gnarled, wooden, surrounded by ivy, leaves and greens, faint golden light through the circle. The other one, made of stone, some kind of marble in the center, embossed with purple gems.
Walk through one? Or are they just there? Can I just sit
If you-
through and wake up?
You can just sit there and stare at them. If you like, try to go around to the side. You see that there's kind of back to them. They seem to just be standing there alone. And you wait, and you wait.
Well,
And sorry, go on.
there you go.
And as you wait again, your vision's pulled back, and you awake in the morning, along with everybody else, with the mind of those 2 doors emblazoned in your mind. and unsure what walking through them would have done, and unsure what not walking through them has done as well. As the rest of you wake up in the morning, you see that, owing to some thievery during the night, you guys have lost approximately 3 days of rations.
What?
That's okay. We had like 1 billion.
Zog, you're in trouble.
Who stole our rations?
You kind of go to some of the bags where the Moorbounders were sleeping. There seems to be many, and a
You
lot of
cut
them have fallen
out.
out. So yeah, a lot of small things have kind of cut out. Sorry, a lot of small things have kind of cut out little holes. They've fallen on the ground. Moorbounders seems to have had a lovely breakfast, as well as some creatures the night before.
Wait, the Moorbounders ate one?
Does Gebcat have a very
Oh,
large
no.
belly in the morning?
Yep.
And Rasha's
Oh,
gonna walk up to
no.
Gebcat,
Remember
crouch
the
in front of
dreamies
him,
out.
give him like squeezies on the belly, and say, Gebcat, you are going to be fat if you eat all of this food.
That kind of looks up at you.
If you are going to be fat, then we will not get to this place and we will not, save the world from Orcus. So this whole mission is dependent on you not eating our food, Gebcat. And then he's gonna feel immediately guilty for having been stern with his cat, and he's gonna give it scratches and
Gebcat rolls over. Gebcat seems pretty bonded.
I think that probably everyone will remember that we're not too stressed about rationing with Aku's food and water. I don't think it would be super stressed.
Sorry, you keep cutting out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just said that Aku's got food and water, create food and water, so no stress.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool.
As you set off for your second day of travel, could somebody who is not a ghost please make a survival check?
He's just reading the map.
Not me.
This is kind of general wayfinding.
Can I have a go, considering I wrote down notes yesterday of where we'd gone so far?
Yes, although it won't help you where you're going.
Oh.
But
Well, I mean, it can help us not double back on ourselves, perhaps.
true, very true.
Okay. Survival. I'm a roll. I have a +2. What do I get? A total of 5!
5. Could you roll a d10 for me?
God, I'm sorry, guys.
Brace yourselves.
A 5.
this can't be any worse than the Death Tyrant. It
five.
actually can't.
That was a
Death
natural,
Tyrant was so
natural one.
epic.
Sorry, what did
Okay.
you say?
Sorry, I think the Death Tyrant was a natural 1.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
a
Um,
natural one for 3 days travel. as
Yeah.
well.
So, as you guys are kind of going along, you seem to be making fairly good go, kind of Ghost and Haydn at the front, comparing notes, talking about it. This is the issue. Up on the horizon, as you all kind of see it a little bit closer, there's 2 figures who seem to be kind of heatedly discussing with each other. And as you approach them, those of you who are keener of that it's 2 quite large, red-skinned, very hairy, muscle. You recognize as Hobgoblin, seemingly having a full-on argument. Goblin, just if any of you speak it, it's Goblin's language. I'm not being stupid.
Hobgoblin.
They probably speak common or undercommon, as well. though.
They will be speaking. Yeah, sorry. Goblin is a dialect of Undercommon. So anyone who speaks.
You know, my previous version of Haydn, before I rerolled him, used to speak Goblin, but then I was like, Goblin will be useful in this campaign. I'm gonna switch it to Dwarvish.
Yeah, so Undercommon or Goblin, like as you approach, they seemingly like are very invested in their argument. Can anybody speak either of those?
Yeah, Undercommon.
Yeah, undercommon.
Okay, cool. As you get closer, they don't seem to have even noticed you. And you just hear one say, "No, I told you it was over there. We are not lost. Look, I'm the Blaines. I know the way." And because wait, who are these guys? Like turn around. And, oh shit. Oh,
You are lost.
Hello, fair travelers. Well met.
They just like both look at each other, And they're like, all right, are you gonna kill us or are we okay? We're cool?
Nah, I'm just messing with you. You guys lost?
No, we're not.
That sounds like something.
They are so definitely lost.
We're looking for something, and I guarantee you, I know the way.
Okay, where are you trying to go then?
Right. So you see all this around you. It's dead, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that all the gods kind of fought here a while ago.
Right, this isn't school, but carry on.
Okay. Well, I know, and we've seen it, that there's an oasis nearby where, like, the good gods, you kind of make the finger thing, where they, like, set up a base, and they've got all of their, like, boons still there, yeah? And
They are
we just need to
boons.
find it. Yeah, like a spring that bestows upon you, like, strength, you kind of flexes, and, like, fruit that makes you smart.
This
like-
sounds super fake.
No, it's real, I saw it.
Ghost, what are they saying? It sounds like they're coughing.
That's what most people think you sound like when you talk, actually. So this is an interesting experience for you to get it from the
Well,
other side.
Oh, very funny, Ghost, but I'm curious to know what they're saying.
Okay. They're just a bit lost, so we're just gonna help them find the way.
Hayden's gonna turn to
Let's not
Ascor
waste too much time.
and say, actually, I can speak a bit of Elvish and a bit of Dwarvish, so I can kind of understand Undercommon. And basically, they're saying that they recognize you and that they know that there's a bounty on your head, and they're trying to decide. They're trying to barter with Ghost whether we hand you over to them or not.
Do you do that in earshot of me?
Inside check.
No, he's keeping it low just to ask her.
Yep, go ahead with inside check.
It's a big old 9.
Oh,
Let's see. Deception, I have a +4. How did I do? 7.
Chatting shit.
Yes.
Hayden starts
tangent.
snickering towards the end. I can't lie for
It's not
shit.
good at lying today.
I think that's unlikely this far out here.
Yeah, nobody knows you here or how important you are. Oh,
No,
sorry,
let's-
I
let's
didn't hear that.
We're
Sorry.
speaking Undercommon, right?
To them, or yeah.
To them. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my silly accent then. So actually then, may I ask, what counts as a good god out here?
You know, the
Wait.
ones who sealed the others away. You know, the ones who won.
He's gonna turn to Ghost, and just ask in common, is it the same as you know in Taldore or what?
I mean, same world, innit?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, no,
You
things
know,
are a little different. They are hobgoblins.
Wild
and
Mother,
people hate them.
Allhammer,
They're still people.
no Mitris.
Dude,
You know,
Didn't take
those
you to
ones.
have a lot of prejudice given how you grew up, but okay. Ghost turns back to them, like giving Rasha a little like, huh. You mean, are you like looking for the tree, the big old tree? Is that what? you're
No,
looking
not the tree.
for? Oh, does Ghost know what they're talking about? Would he have heard?
Make a history check.
L'histoire check. I don't know what checks. 11.
I mean, battles fought here. Both sides would have needed a base, but you've never heard or seen one.
Yeah, like it sounds amazing, but it also sounds super fake. So I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure.
The
I'm-
short answer is I actually can't help you. I'm sorry. And these guys are all from like the other place, the other continent, so they won't have a clue either.
But you are saying there are things from the Allhammer, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I saw lots of long, like nice big trees, water, fruit. I mean, I'm just fine with some fruit personally, but
Did you eat any
Oh, there's nothing.
mushrooms?
not recently. No,
When you were there, did you eat mushrooms before you saw what you saw?
no.
Hmm.
Look,
Does this guy seem like totally serious or like
yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah.
Do I believe him, DM?
Also, DM, how are these guys dressed out of curiosity?
So they're wearing they seem to, so they're wearing leather harness, armor, kind of studded leather undershirt, kind of brown kind of again more tanned leather, and then cloth kind of down. They aren't wearing kind of with string tying it all together. They look quite weather beaten, look quite downtrodden. Yeah.
They look like travelers or warriors, or what are they saying?
They're beefy enough that you think they could probably do okay in a fight, but they're not like hardened veterans. They don't have a lot of scars and stuff. They seem like quite weathered, quite sinewy.
That was a 16.
Guys, let's not waste too much time on these paupers. We don't have any gold for them.
My dude, everyone is a pauper to you. But also they're not looking for gold anyway. So
Well, what are they saying?
they're looking for some like magical fairy place for like bestowed by the gods. I don't really know. I've never heard of it personally, but
The place of the good
That sounds
gods, so
interesting.
like I don't know.
Well-
They seem sort of legitimate. Like Sylvanas and your platinum dragon that you allegedly follow, Ascor.
well, I mean, all gods are technically legitimate.
Well, no, I mean these guys.
Well, let's not
these,
give them-
these goblin men. You know.
Either way,
Legitimate
we're
or
kind
not,
of looking.
let's not give them too much of our time.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, they're looking for the good guys, and we're kind of low-key looking for the bad guys, so actually our paths totally don't cross. So, Ghost's gonna turn back to them in Undercommon and is like, sorry, bud, like, do you have a landmark or anything that you're looking for in particular? I've spent a bit of time out here, so I might be able to point you towards a landmark, but I don't really know the specifics of what you're talking about.
I mean, it might move, so
Oh,
maybe some
good
like
luck.
extra eyes would be nice. We'd walk with you for a bit.
Oh,
No, you know what to look for.
Do you guys have a Moorbounder?
No, but we can run pretty quick.
I like them.
Ghost turns to the rest of the party. They want to like run with us. What do you
I'd
guys
love
What do
think?
you mean?
I'd love to see that.
Is that a metaphor?
Let's say yes, please.
When have you ever heard me use a metaphor before?
Well, hobgoblins run really fast. I remember we used to sell things in Autumn Velak. We would go up occasionally, and if they stole from our store, then it was really hard to catch them. So
Ghost just like bursts out laughing. That's hilarious.
I can also confirm that they're terrible negotiators. Very stiff on pricing.
Well, we're not buying anything from them. They just want to come with us for travel with us for a little while to see if we see anything, I guess. Are they like, I know
Well,
this might be like a bit of a late question and also possibly a stupid one, but they're not like magical constructs, are they?
Okay, so they're not, but would you know if they were?
Well, I've got detect magic eyes.
What does that do?
I can detect magic all the time.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and then they have no magical
it
objects on
doesn't
them.
exempt you of your components, I might remind you.
It does, actually.
Does it
I,
work in the Barbed Fields though?
We'll see about that.
Does everything just look really blurry?
It's one of my
Well,
Goes into
it's
glasses
just-
in
you're just
Barbed
like-
Fields.
invocation.
You're just like constantly flashing detect magic, right?
It just says you can detect magic at will without expending a spell slot, which
Yes.
I assume means
Detect
that I
magic's
don't need reagents, right?
The spell, yeah, absolutely. You just boom, boom, boom. You're just like a little radar.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, just because obviously, like, I'm a guy who has subtle spell. So,
So
that
it's
obviously
not
that removes,
subtle.
like, components and that.
No. So
So,
this
like,
isn't
I'm just curious to know
This is-
whether that.
right.
This
so
is a
removes
fragment of
components,
forbidden
like,
knowledge that imbues me
specified,
with an
like,
abiding
same.
magical ability.
So to clarify, Ascor, you can cast any spell as a subtle spell, whereas Ghost is only able to cast this one, and it's not subtle. Ghost needs to make gestures, and so needs to do things. You just need components for.
No, I mean like semantic and is obviously a component, so you have
Yeah.
to make gestures, for example. as a
Yes, Ghost
component
has.
plus
Sorry,
spell.
I thought that when you said components, you meant like
Ghost has to do
items.
this.
In which case, Ghost continues
And
to
then the
still.
magic.
I would have specified if it was gold value compared to, of course.
Don't be Ascor.
Anyway,
Alright, Mr. Lawyer.
are the hobgoblins magic?
I thought you were gonna say,
No.
are they hot?
Well, actually, yeah, I can't
Are
believe
they
I
hot?
asked that. Are they
Um,
hot?
No, they've got quite like beaten in flat noses. One of them's clearly been broken. They'd look quite like bulging foreheads.
That sounds
You
hot
don't
to
have
me.
trash on them.
Sounds hot to me,
Unsurprisingly,
man.
based on
Damn.
this party and most of my NPCs, they're not hot.
Fair enough. That's all we need to know. That's all we need to know.
Look, some people might find that hot, okay? You can't judge this.
Right.
Based
Yeah,
on the
what-
beauty standards in this party and pretty boys, they're not hot.
Well, what if you have, hobgoblin issues? Then you might find them hot.
Right. Okay. So one of the terms are like, I'm Bibble, I'm the brains. This is Crusher, he's the muscle.
That's the whole
Bibble and Crusher.
Yeah.
Bibble and Crusher. I love them.
Cool.
Hayden's gonna try to cobble together an undercommon greeting, through his knowledge of Dwarvish and Elvish, and he's gonna try to say, "Hello."
As you kind of like attempt to recreate some of the sounds that would have been making, Bibble just like looks at you, looks at others. Is that or something?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what did that sound like to Rasha and Ghost? He has a problem with his cucumber. I don't know what else to say.
My
Cucumber
sincerest
injury.
apologies. That sounds awful.
It is quite
Just
bad.
just nod and smile at him, honestly.
They both nod and smile at
Hayden sees him
Right.
nodding and smiling and thinks that
Perfect.
he's like done like a perfect greeting, and he's like, "Yes."
In like perfect undercommon, Aku just goes, yes, he hit his head very, very hard.
Cool. Yeah, I guess everyone is cool with you running alongside us. I just should warn you that some of the guys in our party like sometimes stab people without warning. Not me. I mean, I'm not carrying weapons, but I just thought I'd warn you as a courtesy.
We know quite a few stabby people.
Yeah, that's cool. We're going this way anyway. If you want to come.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Crusher looks over at Bibble. We're lost. You just won't admit it. So it's like, we're not lost. Your guess is as good as mine, I suppose. Alright, so as you're running along, could you make a perception check?
Yes, please.
All of us, or
All of
Everyone.
us?
everyone?
Praise Gab, that's a 27.
15.
Becky.
10.
Cool.
Not getting so lucky today.
4, huge.
So lucky.
So, 27. Is that the highest, I think? Probably. As you guys are going along, 3 to 4 hours in, these guys kind of running behind you. Left, almost materializing out of midair along these fields. Rasha, you see what, to your eyes, based on the very small time you spent at the Hobgoblin Empire and the South of Tutorial and some of the beaches, it almost looks like a coconut tree.
Wait, that is a tree with the big brown nuts. You know, the really big nuts, the hairy ones. The hairy
Bro,
nut tree.
bro.
He's gonna point out the hairy nut tree to the party.
Okay. Oh, wait. Shit! I think he's found it. And they just go charging off.
But I want to see the god place, so should we go? You know,
Yeah.
There are all hammer
Is-
things there.
Is this tree that Rasha has pointed out? Is this like a tree that you would know about in Taldore, or is this like kind of like a wild mount specialty?
If you spent any time near any beaches, yeah, it looks like a beach tree.
I have not been to a beach before.
It looks like a nutsack hanging off a tree.
Why is this tree so ugly?
I mean, I guess we made up some time on the first day, but we do. Well, fuck it, we can go if you want. I don't care. It's Hayden's life in the balance, really, so it's up to him, to be honest.
We've got time. Let's go see the hairy nutsack tree.
Oh, hold on. Hairy nutsack tree? This sounds a bit ridiculous. We're going somewhere. What are these commoners doing?
They're looking for the god of nutsacks.
No, it is a god place, with the
I know you're
platinum
not telling the
dragon
truth.
and the Allhammer and Sylvanas probably. The good
Platinum
place.
dragon.
Right, yes, the one you really like.
As a devout, I believe it's likely at least my obligation.
Yes,
What's
let's go to
Aku's
the holy
expression when he says that?
As soon as he says that, in everyone's head except Ascor, you just hear, I'm a devout.
I'd like to point my horny cat towards the hairy nut tree.
I'm sitting on the back of Rasha's horny
Do you all
cat.
proceed to make your way over to the horny nut tree?
The hairy nut.
Hairy nut
Hairy
tree,
nut
sorry.
tree.
Hairy nut, it's not horny.
Who's horny?
Oh my
The
god.
cats are.
The cats be horny.
The cats are
horny
horny,
horses.
the fucking tree is hairy.
You need a glossary,
It's not that
Horny-
complicated.
So we're taking the horny
We need to
cats to the
stop
hairy
this
nut
orgy,
tree.
you guys.
As you approach,
Give this the uncomfortable space.
as you approach, you see that the tree isn't alone. There are a few others kind of scattered. Also, for the first time in quite a while, you guys see green, leafy, almost looking fresh, like plants and bushes spread out around. And beyond a couple of them, you catch what seems to be the glinting reflection of water. And as both of the hobgoblins disappear into the bush, you hear, oh my god, it's beautiful. And you just hear what seems to be the splashing of water.
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Detect magic.
I love them.
What do my elf eyes see?
Your elf I see.
Well,
Uh,
my drow elf eyes.
you see a shit ton of illusion magic, is what you see.
Yeah. Whoa, boys.
Huh?
No, this is no. This is a trap.
What do you mean?
Oh, how's it a trap? What do you want about?
I'm assuming you don't know how to reveal different types of magic, Zug, so you might not be able to see through it, but this is an illusion. And I feel like if we go in there, we're gonna get eaten. Probably worse. There's probably worse things than being eaten. Maybe I can't really think.
Hayden's gonna try to shout in Undercommon, "Come back, you guys!" But of course, he doesn't speak Undercommon, so it just sounds like.
Oh, dude, are you okay? Should we should probably hurry to get that wand off your person.
Hayden, do you
He's
want
having a
us-
stroke.
do you want us to teach you Undercommon? What are you trying to?
Tell them to come back. Tell the guys to come back if it's dangerous.
Oh, right. Come back. He calls, not very loudly.
Ghost will probably shout. It's not real. It's an illusion. You're probably gonna die if you don't come out.
What? But it tastes so good.
Yeah, you're probably dying right now and you don't even know.
They both
Well,
kind of
Gus, it looks harmless.
they both
Okay,
kind of
go in
pop
then.
back out, and you can see there's kind of like wet, like all around them. So kind of holding an orange, and one kind of bites into it, and they're like, "What? What do you mean?" It tastes so good.
Are they gonna die?
Maybe.
I feel like they're gonna die.
You know, it
I mean-
seems so bad.
I mean, crack on. I personally don't trust it. I'm not going in.
Does anything seem to be outwardly wrong with them, like
Nope.
medically?
Are they
No, it's-
dripping in magic?
So like the orange and the magic seems to you like it's flashing with illusion magic.
It's not real. Let's like not go there and yeah. Not to be like a killjoy because I'm sure it's like super fun and I'm sure what is in there is like super deadly and it would be hilarious, but I'm not like, I mean, we've got shit to do, man, so
It's true. Hayden's life.
Well, of
is so
course we
goddamn-
do, but I didn't expect it to. Well, it's an oasis. We should
You know the
at
spell
least have a
detect
look.
magic,
It's so
Ascor, right?
barren out here and disappointing, and frankly, your country's, well, it's a shithole.
Ascor, I have an idea. How about you create an illusion of an even better looking oasis over here, and Haydn points like far off in the distance, and then they'll want to go to that one, which is safe, instead of this one, which is probably like a giant purple worm feeding ground or something.
Why would a giant
And
purple worm
what
create
makes
an
you
illusion?
think precisely that I can do something like that?
You're always doing fancy stuff with.
You're an incredibly powerful wielder of the arcane, Ascor. We all are in, honestly, awe and fear of your magical abilities
Mhm.
all the time.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Well, gosh, I suppose, I just want you all to know I'm a very rational person. I'm not
Really.
some kind of monster as powerful as I am.
Well, since you're so powerful, do you have any abilities that allow you to see through the magic of other people and other beings?
It's possible I can detect the presence sometimes of creatures around me if I really put my mind to it.
Maybe you could try and sense the magical energy coming from this place, and you can back me up. I mean, I'm but a layman at this, and a second opinion never hurts, does it?
Since the magical energy, no, I don't think. Well, I understand I've not explained too well what I can and can't do, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't feel like that's something I can readily do. Maybe one day, of course, given the opportunity, or who knows what power lies within.
Yeah, I mean, if Daddy lets you study magic, maybe one day you'll actually be able to use some useful spells. But I guess you're just all kind of instinct and that now, eh?
Oh, come on. It's so nice.
Well,
I think you should
I
all
think-
come in here and could you all make
A what?
Or make what, sorry?
a wisdom saving
Equal,
throw?
sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, no, I always
Oh,
lose this.
Jamie!
Wait, if we're standing
We're
near
next
Aku, does that give us
to
a
boy,
bonus?
right?
Yeah, how
Yes.
close to Aku am I?
What's the Aku
So
bonus?
My
those of you who are
Steve.
no. Those of you who are on the
Oh,
Moorbounders
okay.
with Aku,
Go
which is
again, Jimmy, you missed
only Ascor,
Oh
gets
no.
a
Fuck's
bonus.
sake.
Still a dirty
Plus 2.
Let's
An
drink to Aku.
An unnatural 20.
Can I expend a luck point to have another go?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, I'm
That's
gonna
what
do
it's
that.
for.
I was meant to be
Yeah,
on the same
I
Moorbounder
got-
as
I got
Aku,
19.
but then
Big one
somebody
for
started
Eddie.
meddling.
Ow.
So we are. I'm gonna roll for Naddan. So, okay, cool. So we have Rasha with a 20, Haydn with a. Haydn,
Hello?
what did you get?
A 13.
13.
wisdom save.
Zog,
My luck dice was a 19.
19.
It
Griff
was
with a
actually
20.
21. Sorry, 21 with a
That's-
with modifier.
Cool. Ascor. You're muted.
17.
17. And Aku.
A 29 because I
Cool.
have advantage if I use my reaction.
Cool.
Ooh la la.
Any of you with under 18 failed,
Oh,
and you
no.
are under the effects of the
Oh,
suggestion
what?
spell,
I forget it.
and you have been
Forget it.
suggested
I'll get
to
it.
just go in.
Who's going in?
So that is Haydn, that is
Oh, you're so
Ascor,
fucked.
and that is Naddan.
Oh, well, the second that Dan tries to get off the Moorbounder, I'm going to grab the back of his... Because, yeah,
Make
I'm going to grab the back of his...
I mean, it's
his shirt.
Of his shirt.
Oh, DM.
Yeah.
yeah. So
So the suggestion spell requires a charm effect, doesn't it?
the suggested course of an no.
You just have
How
to
many?
follow
Out
the
of
course
interest,
of
how
the
many
charm.
times?
Reasonable degree.
How many times can you be charmed by different things?
Infinitely and.
Oh, okay. That's a shame. Alright. I thought I could get
I
around
mean,
that.
Yeah, so creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect, right?
It doesn't.
Oh,
No, it doesn't say that. No,
Dependent on the charm condition.
no, it's not.
Suggestion.
Suggestion's not dependent on the charm condition. Yeah, no, I didn't see anything about being charmed in here. Oh, sorry. What am I talking about? It's literally the second line. Creatures that can't be charmed are.
Yeah.
So Naddan's
Sorry.
immune, right?
So
Oh,
Naddan
yeah.
can be charmed.
I thought
Wait.
Naddan was an elf, so
Oh, he's got advantage.
Ah.
He can't be magically put to sleep. So I'll roll again for Naddan.
I've got
that's okay,
advantage
that's
as
a-
well, so I'm gonna roll that.
I also
That's
have an
a-
advantage
Oh.
against being charmed.
Yes, you do.
Why does everyone have advantages? I want
because
this.
they're all
Oh
elves.
no.
Legit,
Oh,
every,
no.
Right. So
every time we're in combat, I get
Ascor,
charmed.
Ascor and Haydn both feel the overwhelming need to follow the suggestion. It's perfectly reasonable.
My first
course.
roll was
Do
a
I-
13 and my second was a 7.
Is Naddan good now? Is he
Yeah,
chill?
Naddan's good. They're like,
Can I pull him back up on the Moorbound?
yeah.
Hayden literally like unhooks his harness and like peels off his like top and just like starts like decking it towards the
You know what,
Oasis. He's like, woohoo! Cannonball! And he's like getting ready to like go jump in.
Guys, Hayden has taken his clothes off. What do we do?
Okay, so Haydn runs over.
Oh dear.
Ascor.
Ascor is sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you're going, right?
Yeah, Ascor is basically just saying. Ascor, he's sort of sat up on his Moorbound, his large one, and he's been leant forward on his harness the whole time. Presumably there's some sort of kind of like forward stump, and he's leant on it, and he just goes, well, I don't see why not, and just rocks back, descends down his Moorbounder, pitches into, what's the ground like? Is it sandium? Is it
Yeah,
dirt?
it's,
Is it
it's kind of
gravel?
a mixture of that sand dirt you kind of get before you actually get to a beach.
Cool. And yeah, he begins sort of walking in the direction and goes, Ghost, I think you're overreacting. You should come down. It'll ease you up a
Before-
bit, I imagine.
Before Ascor can get off the cat, Aku is just gonna give him a look of like, what on earth are you thinking? And just grab him. And if he struggles, he's probably gonna just try and like grab onto him so that he like can't move.
Okay, make a grapple check against Ascor.
That's a strength check, right?
That's your athletics against his either athletics or acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Oh! Why?
3D.
So yeah, so
Well,
as,
now you get a plus
so
7.
as you attempt to like grab him, Ascor just
Oh, that 20 is so natural.
slips out of your grasp, kind of just like runs in to the bush, and you all lose sight of both him and Haydn in the bushes.
How does
Ghost moves Starbucks over to Thaddeus, where Aku's obviously just sat, and he just leans into me and just says, sometimes you just gotta let him go. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Aku just looks.
DM, what's it like? Sorry, go ahead.
You could all refresh roll 20.
Yeah, Aku just looks at Ghost as he says that and goes, shrugs. I don't care.
And you all
No.
see
They're probably gonna die, by the way.
as both of you run forward and you go to kneel down, like there's something wet here, and you both kind of jump in and start splashing around. And to you, the suggestion, it feels good, and then like the suggestion kind of fades, and you think, wait, why am I here? And as you all turn around, rising up from the bushes are not two hobgoblins. Instead, are two kind of humanoid creatures still, slightly bigger. But they don't, and their skin is still initially red, like God. However, their clothes have completely changed. Instead, they are wearing fine garment, precious jewelry. Rasha, you're impressed by some of the sizes of the diamond. Their heads are those of, for those of you who know them, tigers. Like amber eyes, slits on them,
shit.
like
Oh,
their
I think I know
claws
what
are
these are.
claws. And these creatures just fly up into the air, laugh, and one of them snaps their fingers, and there is a roar of fire vision as the oil you are giant erupts around you. And could I have dexterity saving throws from Ascor and
Oh god.
Oh, gosh.
Rakshasa, rude boy.
These are bad cats.
I'm just a young boy with very little HP. Dexterity saving throw?
Oh, it's a dirty 20.
I've got +8 on that. So, I only have 12.
What? How did I beat you? That's ridiculous.
have you not got evasion?
Oh, I'm a rogue!
Yeah, you are a rogue.
I have evasion! Oh shit. Let me just check.
Did you take half on that beat?
Take half damage.
Okay, so half damage.
As all this happens, Ghost just kind of like crosses his arms and sits back and is like, "I told you guys this sounded fake as hell. You guys don't listen to me."
On Gabcat, I am so sad. I was really
So-
looking forward to forge things.
Those of you who failed, I don't think either of you did. So it would have been 34 damage. You both take 17 points of fire damage as it engulfs around you, and you're now both on fire. If you all wish to roll initiative, we will continue this after the break.
Oh my god!
Wait,
Bruh.
is this combat?
This
Yeah,
is
this is combat.
Oh, this is combat as hell, dude.
What's combat? I have not done that in 10 sessions.
How many sessions has it been? Is it literally 10 sessions since I fought anything?
A long
Yeah, it's been
time.
quite a while actually.
A
Months.
long ass
Months.
time.
Well, no, we fought the worm.
Yeah.
We did fight the purple worm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Right. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes, right?
I'll miss you.
I love you guys.
It's been nice knowing your character, Erin.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same about your
Talking
character.
about
Luke.
Aaron's character's got evasion, man. Mine character's.
We're screwed.
Heidi?
Follow through the mellow, I can show you the right moves for you. Move your feet, come on and dance with me. Till that is all you wanna do. When everyone has gone and we are on our own, till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel so alive tonight. Just let up, it's alright. We can just dance out all night. I can't help it, but for some reason I feel that I need you more now. Am I wrong or can I feel our hearts connect as one? When everyone has gone and we are on our own, till then I follow roads that never take me home. But if you find me there, oh, I'll show you where there ain't no lies. Oh, just look in my blue eyes.
dead race. Oh, I'm stuck with my own ghost. Where did he go, man? What does he know? Counting up the days, I think I need another break. Oh, the fact that we don't know. Where do we go, man? Where do we go? Oh, my feet cannot stop moving, and my knees are finally grooving. I can't sit much longer and wait all night. I don't feel alright. Alright. I don't feel alright. Tonight. Slipping out of sight. Name right. I cannot beat this feeling tonight. Ooh, shaking out my broken arm, being up and paying scars. Finally got to the better of our shiny misconcepted parts. Ooh, I gotta get up and gotta get with the ticking clock and see for bombs. Oh, the fact that we don't know. Where do we go, man? Where do we go? Oh, my feet cannot stop moving, and my knees are finally grooving. I can't sit much longer and wait all night. I feel alright. Alright. I don't feel alright. Tonight. Slipping out of sight. Name right. You can never find me all day and night. 'Cause I don't feel alright. Alright. I don't feel alright. Tonight. Slipping out of sight. Name right. I cannot beat this feeling tonight. Cause I don't feel alright. Alright. I don't feel alright. Tonight. Slipping out of sight. Name right. You can never find me all day and night. 'Cause I don't feel alright. Alright. I don't feel alright. Tonight. Slipping out of sight. Name right. I cannot beat this feeling tonight. Blessed are those who love to love, with diamond hearts and plastic lungs. I envy the way you live, and far away from kingdom come, where bridges burn and walls go up, but you always have more to give. It's gonna be a good day. Every time you open up your eyes, and you see that there's a light, a reason we're alive. Blessed are those who love to love, with diamond hearts and plastic lungs. I want to see through your eyes. You see what's right and what's gone wrong, and that's your gift. Devil dancing on the fire, I want to see it through your eyes. An angel watching in the sky, I want to see it through your eyes. Mornings come, nights turn to gray, but you're the one that hides the shade. Every day that we grow old. So when it's time to turn the page and nothing's left except your name, I'll repeat the words you told. that's your gift. Devil dancing on the fire, I want to see it through your eyes. An angel watching in the sky, I want to see it through the horizon. I wanna know all the things you believe, your highs and lows, and everything in between. When you pull me close, that's where I wanna be, right here, you and me. Tell me we're on to something, baby, don't leave me hanging. Giving you all my loving, but how am I supposed to know if you feel the same way, or if you want me to stay? Baby, just give me something. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? It's not too late to tell me how you feel. We've got all day, so show me what is real. 'Cause I don't play no games. This could be the real deal, right here, you and me. Tell me we're on to something, baby, don't leave me hanging. Giving you all my loving, but how am I supposed to know if you feel the same
Way better now.
Oh, hello. Welcome back.
Sick. This is way better than the red scribbles.
If everybody could please roll initiative.
I just did.
Yeah,
I
we
put mine
did.
in already.
Solid 20 from your boy.
Oh shit, sorry I didn't put mine in. Sorry, I shouldn't say shit either, should I? Oh,
Excuse me, this is a
No,
Christian
bitch.
stream.
the Christian stream.
This is a
Right,
teeny
so,
bop kids only
Hayden,
stream.
your initiative. I don't have it.
23.
23, okay.
Put it in
And
initiative.
Aku,
Yes.
yours. You're not coming through? I think I'm muted, sorry.
I rolled a 17.
17.
Still muted on
Naddan.
Rasha over there.
Oh yeah, what's Naddan?
Naddan got a and I'll say that the Moorbounders are gonna run away from the fire.
Yeah.
Not involved in the combat. So, first up we have Haydn.
Oh god, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm gonna get out the fire.
Actually, you take at the start of your go, you take 6 points of fire damage.
6 more points of fire damage.
Yep.
Okay. I will do that on D&D Beyond. I'm now down to 35. I'm good. I'm good. I'm still healthy. Okay. I'm gonna run out the fire, turn around, screaming, run back to where I dumped my gear, as far as I can go. So, let's see. Let me just check my. I always forget how to do this. There we go. So 30 feet. For my first movement, I'm gonna bonus action dash. Another 30 feet, and then I will use my the other thing that I can do as a rogue to do 90 feet in a turn.
Okay, so dash.
The other thing I can
Dash,
do.
dash. cunning action, I think is the thing. So, yeah,
cunning
can you move
action.
yourself? You can, right?
Yes. I'm getting the hell out of dodge.
Cool.
Boop.
Okay, that's the end of your go then.
Yeah, that's the end of my
Okay, Zug.
So those bad guys are halfway in between us and.
So they're halfway between you and the fire, but they are 30 feet in the air.
Oh, not again.
You can fly!
Oh yeah.
You can fucking fly, dude. You
You
got
have
wings.
dragon wings.
I just forget, like
This
literally.
isn't going
It's
to be
not
the
part of the
beholder.
original design.
It's
yeah.
not going to be the beholder all over again, where you didn't do anything because you kept trying to reach him.
Just melee things. Yeah, I still haven't even added that to my sheet, so I think it's 30 feet. I'm allowed to fly. I think.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, I don't know how to calculate a y-axis. Sorry, a
Pythagoras,
z-axis. I'm going to assume that from where I'm standing, I'm about 30 feet away from where this fucker is.
Diagonally, you're
Probably not.
35 feet away if you were to fly directly straight, so probably not quite.
Okay, well, I fly as close.
But you can move 30 feet and your attack range is 5 feet, so you just move 30. And
No, 35 feet would be directly in a straight line. Diagonally will probably be more like 45, 50.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, well, I just... He throws off... Actually, he's not wearing the hat of disguise at the moment, because he doesn't have to. In that case, it just is like, his big wings fly out, and he unsheathes his weapon and flies towards the one on the left.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for moving me, whoever did that.
No problem, it's me. Anything you want to throw your weapon? Anything you want to do? Or
No.
just wait? Cool.
Just wait.
Fair enough. Dan is going to jump off and is going to load a crossbow bolt and attack this guy. That is a miss, and they can't get sneak attack. That is a hit with the second one. It's going to do... that is 10 points of piercing damage. However, as you see the crossbow kind of come out of Naddan's hand, the first one kind of flings off and is kind of moving, dodging. The second one hits it, but it doesn't seem to sink as deep as you'd expect at this momentum. And actually, as it kind of looks down, you see it's just kind of embedded into the creature's clothing, and he kind of like looks at it a bit annoyed, but there's no blood or anything there. Naddan kind of I know these things, and kind of takes a few steps back. Rasha.
Okay. So none of them. They cast magic before, right?
They seem to be flying.
Okay. And then,
Without
yeah,
any
sure.
visible
No,
ability
yeah.
to
So
fly.
there's been no explosions, right? As
No,
well.
no, sorry. When they
Apart
start
from the
their
giant
fingers,
ball
there
of
was
the
a
sun.
small
The
ball.
giant ball of fire.
Yeah, kind of ball of fire.
But
Sorry.
if you ignore all that, no magic.
And also the giant illusion that I described to you guys.
Rasha thinks to Ghost's warning and thinks that no, it's fine. He made his cat some armor. He's above all that. It's divine magic anyway. And he is going to cast at 5th level. Going to hold his holy symbol.
Oh no.
And I've not used this before, so this is very exciting. He's going to cast Summon Celestial.
You're gonna blow up.
Ooh.
He
gonna blow-
holds his symbol, and behind him is going to kind of sort of fan out these golden rays that will materialize into kind of, I suppose what his impression of Geb might be, a golden faceless sort of being with wings that spread out in fans. It's all very like metallic and shiny, with quite a kind face and sort of glittering diamonds and what's it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna choose the Defender edition, the
Okay.
Healy boy.
Do you want to send me what you want to use for this, and I can put it on the map?
Yeah, it's 90 feet, so I'm gonna pop him next to one of the bad cats.
Okay.
Maybe the one not currently hanging out with Zug.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll ping here. I'll just put a yellow square there for now.
Okay.
He is an ally to me and my companions. It shares my initiative count. It takes its turn immediately after mine. And Rasha is going to give it a verbal command and just say, protect my friends, please, Geb. And it will... I think, Rasha will, end his turn.
Are you going to move or anything?
No, he's going to
Okay.
sit on his cat.
Your cat's run away scared. So I assume
Oh.
you've all jumped off.
Oh, okay. Well,
But he's
he's
down there.
he's probably not going to approach the,
Yep.
the thing. Okay, so then it's going to go to the Celestial Spirit's turn. He
Mhm.
makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level, rounded down, so 2. So it's a mace attack. So I rolled 2 of these.
A magical mace attack, right?
A magical mace attack. That's correct. Radiant mace.
Oh.
8 plus. What is the modifier? My spell attack modifier. Sorry, this is complicated. I think that's a 17 to hit. Yeah. Does that hit? Does that hit? 17?
Yeah, sorry, yes, it does.
It does. Okay, okay. So, on this hit, as he strikes the bad cat, it hits, but rather than do damage, hang on. Hit 1d10 plus 3 plus, so that is 11, 16 radiant damage.
16 radiant.
Celestial can then choose itself or another creature it can see within 10 feet and gain 1d10 temporary hit points. Okay, so it's just gonna give itself 1d10 temporary hit points, which is 1, and it's gonna make another. Okie dokie. Oh, that's another 17. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Good job. And that's gonna be. That's wait, is that a 9 or a 6? That's a 6. 9. 14 radiant damage on that.
14 radiant damage on the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, cool. Okay, as this massive image of Geb's face, kind of a jeweled gold, kind of appears, holding a mace, swinging it at this creature. This creature kind of almost like smugly looks at it, looking at like the previous attack from Naddan, how it shrugged it off, and it just gets cracked in the face. And it kind of looks back a bit shocked. The second attack followed by an uppercut, and you see kind of this weird green blood kind of splurt upwards, and almost like a feral cat, it kind of almost like hisses directly at the creature as it's its go, and it's going to. Oh, what is it going to do? It's going to turn around, look at the people below it. It's probably going to work out who that was, and it is going to cast. Rasha, could you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Cast
What?
counterspell.
Ooh.
If I see it casting it, I can cast counterspell, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
There
it
you go.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Goes
so
just
it-
you just see like
see it,
I guess it's like a purple kind of like arcane symbols just appear in front of Rasha and just kind of like
Yeah, if you could roll for that.
goes. I have to roll.
Yeah, because it's a higher than a third level spell. Unless oh no, you're casting it at fifth level, right? 'Cause you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
only cast it
yeah.
at fifth
Fifth level, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
no.
Wait, so sorry, is that from you or is that from the stone?
Well, it will be fifth level anyway, right?
Yeah, no,
Well,
sorry, you're correct, absolutely will. As you kind of like, Arashi, you hear kind of vague like whisperings in your mind as it attempts to seize control. There's just like a purple rune appears in front of you, and kind of it's kind of hisses round and stares at Ghost as it has no effect. And it's gonna
Nice one,
fly.
Ghost.
It's gonna fly 20 feet, kind of vertically sideways up here, and it's now gonna be 50 feet up in the air. Cool, Aku.
I feel like probably Aku would hold his turn because they've not attacked yet, right?
They've not
Or-
physically done anything. They have cast a spell on Rasha and also. in
Oh,
theory,
fuck
It
Okay,
literally
okay.
set Haydn and Ascor on fire. So...
Yeah, but okay,
Well, you wanna
fine.
protect
Fine,
them.
Who
yeah,
cares
let's
about them?
attack them.
fair.
Aku
fair
wants to
point.
stab. It's so good.
Okay, Haydn is still on fire.
When has Aku ever had stab reticence?
That's true.
Stab first, ask questions later.
So they are 50 feet in the air.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I guess he's just gonna walk over to them and look really mad because he can't do anything.
Okay. It's this
Aha.
one's turn. And it's going to look down and smile. And it's going to smile at you, Zug. As you hear the same whispering in your head. And given your ring, you have advantage on this, but could you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Why was attacking me with wisdom shit? It's +2. You know I'm not very wise.
Does
Sorry,
the
is it
ring
casting? Is it
Eh,
attacking-
get fucked! Oh, why
Yes,
couldn't I do
you've
that?
already used
Attack
your
roll.
reaction.
I'll
Like
have to use
another-
my reaction, of course.
So that's a 20.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So as the whispering kind of come into your mind, you manage to push them away between you and the ring. So you kind of like you hear in your head like, "No, Zog, not this time." And you kind of push them away, and again, like they both look at each other a bit shocked, like clearly not like not aware of this normally failing, and it's going to fly 20 feet away from you.
That's not far
This
enough.
way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's 20 feet
Stupid
this way.
fucker.
It's fun. Okay, cool. Ascor, you're up.
So I see there's a condition applied to that little red circle. That's mean I'm on fire.
So you take
Cool.
6 points of fire damage at the start of your round.
Oh, sounds like. Alright, taking that fire damage. So engulfed in fire, Ascor, his kind of aberrant features react to the sort of engulfing of flames around him. And as much as you hear him screaming out loud, you hear sort of like 1,000 screeches of like some kind of insectoid creature, sort of a kind of sound. And with that, I cast Dimension Noir. So there's no, the flames are still around me. I'm still engulfed by
You're
this
still engulfed in
fire,
flames.
or is it just myself, my person?
No, it's like the oil is on fire around
Yeah.
you.
Right, yeah. So with that, I'm gonna cast the good old Dimension Door at level number 4, and I'm gonna position myself probably next to my compadres. Yep, right there, exactly.
Yep. Okay, cool. So that's your action.
Exactly there. Yeah. Yep, and I'll probably be prone as well as he appears. He's prone, sort of rolling around. Do the flames come with me, or do I sort of get away from the burning
You get away from the
oil,
majority of the flames, but you are still on
teleporting away
fire.
from it? Right, and dropping prone and sort of using my movement to do a circle of 5 feet.
You need to
Is
use
that,
your action. Or someone else's
Need to
action.
use a good old action.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop that.
Somebody else. Well, I'm next to my boys. Yeah, I stopped. I've dropped. I have rolled. I'm still on fire. That's the end of my turn.
Cool. Ghost.
Cool. Let me see just double check what the range of this spell is. Oh, 60 feet. We have 60 feet to play with. Very, very nice. Oh, that one, he's only in 30 feet. And he's in 55
They are
feet.
diagonal, remember.
Okay, so the 30 feet guy will be within 60 feet of me on the ground, eh?
He's 50 feet in the air, so you'd need to get underneath him.
Okay, I can move underneath him. Nibosh. And Ghost steps forward pretty confidently and starts like drawing these sort of like electric purple runes like in the air as he goes. And he steps forward and he tugs his hands apart and like a rip appears in the air in front of him, and there's just this like cold empty space behind it as a creature crawls through. And
Okay.
I'll have to roll my dice to see what appears, because it could be super
will
epic or it could be lame as hell.
Oh, no.
Is that 4d6 or 5d6? I can't remember. What was it?
It's 5 to 6, I think. Yeah.
5d6. Okie dokie. Oh no. Oh no. A 2,
Okay.
a 2, a 4, a 5, and a 2.
A 2. Okay. So ripping out of the sky falls Leonard. The gibbering, shuffling blob of eye.
It is
kind
Leonard!
of flops. However, this time
It's him.
it does have wings, and this time you seem to have summoned it as the spellcaster variant. And I will send over the spells that it has.
Cool. Yeah, so like I said, I moved forward because I wanted to like create this rift to the far realm, like next to it. So I guess Leonard will like fly out with his wings as he's growing up now, Leonard. He's a big boy. He's got wings, like Zerg. You have so much in common. And he's like
Oh,
flying. next to it.
fantastic.
Yeah. So
You have eyes. You're kind of blobby.
After all the mayo.
mayonnaise? Yeah.
cool. So yes, I have called Leonard into this realm. He has answered my call.
Cool. Just getting up the spell for you.
Eat him, Leonard. Eat him.
Go on him.
Lauren, can you give us a description of what
Go on,
Leonard looks like
Don't
again?
dance with him. Give him a proper eat.
So from what I remember from the tables that Jamie sent me that are far back in our conversation,
Yeah, no, it's fine. He's a shuffling blob.
a shuffling blob of eyes, so like a Lovecraftian, constantly shifting kind of like eyes coming in and out, and his eyes are looking in all sorts of directions. He seems like he's dripping, but nothing ever drips off him. It kind of like all keeps like coming back into itself and going. It's like disturbing to look at, and you can't look at him for too long without like starting to feel like confused and upset. But now he also has wings, which is great for him.
What do the wings look
He's a
like?
flying blob of eyes.
They look like bat wings, but like
Not
kind
gonna
of
lie, I would be
undulating,
terrified.
fleshy, like stretched, kind of like uncomfortable looking skin.
Important question. Do the wings have eyes?
The wings do not have eyes. The eyes are all centralized, like to one space. The wings are like his like charm point, really, if you will.
I like a non-fluffy, non-cute woobat.
Oh.
Yeah, like if a woobat was like upsetting to look at. And
Okay, you should have all the things by the way.
Thank you, Jamie.
If a Woobat was upsetting. I like that.
Some sort of like grim dark Pokemon.
All right, cuss me out if you want, but what's a Woobat?
Oh no.
It's a Pokemon.
You're a
Fucking
terrible
normie, dude.
millennial.
Wait, no,
Luke, did you not?
no,
play
dude.
Pokemon?
Like I know the it's right. Zubat. What's this?
It's like it's for a later generation, one that you probably, if you've
Yeah,
stopped
fuck your
following
later
Pokemon.
generation. Man's still on that red and blue shit.
So Woobat is like an adorable Zubat. It's like fluffy and but it's only got one eye.
Yeah, well,
which
nobody
is like,
asked for an adorable Zubat.
He's
did
round.
they?
Yeah, that's true. No one asked for
He's round
Trubbish
and a
either,
blob.
but look, we got him, and that's the way we fucking gotta live with it,
It's
really.
like if Trubbish and Woobat had an egg,
I don't. If
and
if,
from it
if,
hatched Leonard.
if Luke doesn't know what
Okay.
Woobat is, he doesn't know what Trubbish is.
No, but for our colour.
You know what? He's lucky that he doesn't know what Trubbish
Okay,
is.
it will share your initiative. It will go after you. What does it do?
Okey-doke.
It can also melee attack, but its melee attack's not impressive.
No. He's gone to school since we've last seen him, so he's actually like learned quite a lot.
He's a learned Leonard.
Yeah. So he can go now, or is it next turn?
He
Those
can go
names
now.
learned now.
Learned. He can go now. Excellent. Okay. Leonard. When you're invisible, if you cast a spell, does it remove your invisibility?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. He casts confusion on the thing in front of him. Leonard casts confusion.
What level?
It's even a Pokemon
At
spell.
4th level.
Okay. As Leonard, like, you see his kind of orbs kind of vroom, and they start moving and twisting. It's quite difficult to look at for the rest of you. The Rakshasa just looks at it, and even though it's kind of bleeding a little bit, it just smiles a little bit to itself. No effect.
What's confusion do, by the way?
Makes it hurt itself in confusion.
Oh.
I don't actually know what confusion does in D&D.
I think it has to
Playing
Just-
Pokemon rules now.
I
Street
just started
fighting.
blasting.
It just
Uh,
started blasting. Yes, Leonard.
Okay, I'll assume that's the end of yours and Leonard's go.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
one's-
can Leonard like fly back a little bit, or
Yeah,
was
yeah,
his
yeah.
turn like coming
No,
into
no,
a
he can move. He'll have 30 flying speed.
He's
so
gonna just kind of shuffle back.
I'm gonna say
a
he's
little
50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Shuffle back like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay, Haydn.
Okay, so
You're on
first,
fire, so you take. Sorry, I'm missing my dice. You take 6 points of fire damage.
okay, so first, because I'm on fire, I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll,
Okay.
and try to put that out, so I'm not on fire anymore.
Take
and-
your clothes off.
Okay, So I stripped my shirt off.
Why didn't you already take your shirt
Oh
off?
my
Well,
god.
no, I
hot.
took my hoodie and my harness off. I still had a little
Uh-huh.
shirt underneath. But anyway, that shirt's
Uh-huh.
gone. So you guys get to see all that. Then I retrieve my harness that I should have been wearing. That has my quiver on it. So I load that back on. And then I'm like trying to get my crossbow ready. I don't know if I have enough time in my action to
So you,
also
you
attack.
can use your bonus action probably to get everything wet ready for next time. But if
Cool.
you're out, if you put your fire out, that's an action.
Cool, no problem. So I basically use this turn getting ready for the next one. Fire's
Okay.
out, equipment's back on. I'm now shirtless. Let's go.
Okay, cool. I will remove your little red dot. And Zug, you're up.
So he flew 20 feet away from me
Yeah.
when I was like, how far away was I?
You were a couple of feet away, at like about probably like 10, 15 feet.
Alright, so if I move another 30 feet, I will be in range.
You will be, yeah.
Aha! I chase the fucker and try and attack him.
Okay.
What's my plus to attack? I've like actually forgotten. It's been so long since combat. I have a plus 13.
Yikes.
Dodge this, you fucker. Alright, let's go. 25?
Yeah, that
First
hits. Yeah.
Alright. Alright. I'll do the quick one. Attacks D12, D8, D4. Okay. That is. That's 8, I think. Yeah, so that's this. This.
Here comes the long edition.
No, I'm faster at it now. It's 18 plus 7 plus 3. So 28.
28 points
First
of
hit.
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
As you fly up towards him, kind of unleashed a little bit, you're like, it's my turn. And the thing, slashing into him with your axe, and like as he kind of like stands there to take the blow, almost not expecting it to do anything, it just rips through his clothing, shattering some of the jewels, and you kind of see him goes as he kind of like slaps, and you see the green blood kind of spread off him.
Yeah.
All right, I get another attack. I'm level 10. I'm not done yet. So I get to swing again. Let's go. 26.
Yeah, it hits.
All right, I'll do the other ones quickly then. Do 4 and oh fuck! Ignore the second 4. It was supposed to be an 8. So that was a. Oh shit! No wait, did I roll that wrong? The first one? I think I accidentally rolled my attack thing roll again instead of the D12. So give me a sec. So that's 4 plus 1 plus 14. So 19. This one.
19. Okay, cool. Again, the second time. This time he attempts to you see him whip out a sword and he tries to parry it, but you almost batter it out of the way with your pure strength. And this time it beds in his shoulder and you kind of clinch down. You see the kind of ice and almost kind of sprittle off with the Gebstone kind of reacting, whatever his blood is, and the acid kind of pouring off. And he goes, ha! You see him thinking his eyes kind of flare amber. Cool. Anything else you want to do?
Nah, that's all I can do.
All right.
Let's live it.
Dan's up. Dan is with somebody in range is going to fire at this buddy, and that's 20 something to hit, and another one hits, but non-magical attacks don't do any damage. So Naddan wastes his go.
I'm so glad my weapon is magical.
I'm such
Rasha.
a dead weight, man.
It's a shame I didn't prepare holy weapon. Huh.
What does it look
Amara.
like when Naddan is hitting this guy with crossbow bolts?
You
Because
see it, just the bolts just ping, hit him, and they just almost bounce off. They embed in the clothes, but he kind of just shrugs it.
okay, so it's
Does
pretty
nothing.
pretty obvious that that's not working.
Yeah.
Okay, because Hayden's in the middle of loading his crossbow bolts, and he'll be glancing up, and if he sees this, he's gonna be like, "Never mind then," and start preparing something else.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, well, Rasha is talking as a free action, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk a decent amount. Then it will become bonus to an action, obviously, depending on how much.
Okay, so Rasha is going to call out to Naddan. Naddan, come here, actually. I can fix that, I think. But you need to come here. Then, with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon at second
Spiritual
level.
bullshit.
Spiritual bullshit. That's the one. I materialize and I kind of fan a golden rays, big floating ornate scythe, which is gonna continue bullying. Yeah, them there Rakshasa up in the air.
Okay.
So that's gonna make a melee spell attack roll. That's a natural 17, so I think that's gonna be a bunch.
That will hit, yeah.
That's a bunch of damage. Okie dokie. D8 is that. So that takes 10. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, just 10 radiant damage because I
10
used
radiant
a
damage, okay.
second level thingy.
As it's kind of like flying away from like Leonard and your like big Geb face, it kind of moves backwards, and as it does, you kind of see its arch like back forwards as your scythe materializes behind it, and just slices its back, and you see the radiant energy kind of pulling off, and it kind of like the those of you below Aku and Ghost see like the green blood start dripping down to the floor.
And then with my that was a second level spell, so I think cantrip on my action is K, right?
Yes.
I will cast Sacred Flame, so it needs to make a dex saving throw for me, please.
Just smiles as it bathes in flame, staring directly at you.
Okay,
No
so
effect.
direct spell stuff doesn't work. Okie dokie. So then on Mr. Geb Angel's turn.
Yep.
He is gonna just continue attacking. He's gonna make 2 attacks with his radiant, again, very ornate mace and his big kind of golden, muscly body, rippling and shining. Is very impressive to behold. That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hits, yep.
That's cool. Damn, this spell's really good. 10,
Pet,
8,
Rush is playing Pet Cleric.
13. 13 radiant damage on the first hit.
13 radiant damage, okay.
Oh, and that's a 10 on the temporary hit points.
What's it? Can it fly, this thing?
Yeah. Has
Okay.
Yeah, like an
Okay,
lava.
10 and 13, okay.
Wait, no, so that's 13
10 to
radiant
hit.
damage, 10 temporary hit points, and then
Oh,
second
right, sorry.
attack.
Yeah.
Damn, this is so good.
By the way, just so you know, temporary points don't stack.
I know.
assume you
I'm
that. Yeah,
replacing
okay.
that, yeah. Hang on, let me do some maths here, because I don't have this in
Jeez,
D&D
Jeremy, you think we're amateurs? Jeez.
We were last campaign, but no more. That's only a 15 to hit. That doesn't sound happy.
Doesn't hit, no.
Oh wait, no, I lied. That's spell attack modifier. That should include proficiency.
I think it does include.
That's
proficiency.
15, 19.
Oh, are you doing it on
Yeah,
D&D?
I
okay.
didn't include
Yeah,
it.
okay, fine.
That's
Yeah, hits, absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
that last one was even higher. Jeez, maths. I did engineering, you guys. I can add numbers together. 5, 13 radiant damage.
Okay. Cool. It is this one's turn. I'll show you. As he kind of dives,
did he say?
dives from.
He's
He's gonna
speaking
I have
Undercommon.
no
Hayden
idea.
edition.
All I heard was
Yeah,
mouth
yeah, it's
breathing.
good.
So
This is what
pull it up.
this is what Haydn hears.
Yeah, this is what you guys listen to. This. As he flies down.
Whoa, Jesus, Jamie, are you possessed?
That's
right
kind
now?
of
It's really
scary.
scary.
actually. Not gonna
Less
lie.
breath,
Why are you
Jamie,
doing
less
this to
breath.
us?
Oh my
At,
god.
No, more
Aku.
breath. It's
at
terrifying.
Aku, and he's going to make 2 claw attacks.
Sick.
Nice
19 to
face.
hit.
Wait, did he fly out of range of the angel boy?
Do they get reactions, your spiritual weapon and your angel boy?
My spiritual weapon doesn't, but my angel boy's a creature, so...
Okay, cool.
Does.
Cool. It's a 19 hit, Aku.
A what, sorry?
A 19.
Yes.
Okay. That is geez, okay, that's 12 points of piercing damage.
Owie.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
ouch.
And then with this other claw, he kind of follows up. That's a 9, so does not hit. However, the first 2, as they sink in and reek, you see his claws flash, kind of purple, then black, rip across, and you feel throughout your veins kind of spreading energy, kind of pulses across, and you kind of see it kind of dissipates across you, and you feel a bit odd. As he kind of like smiles, staring directly at you. As he's flown down to you to attack you, he's now only 5 foot in the air, kind of vaguely hovering. And it's your go, Aku. How much
I'm
damage
gonna
did you take, Aku, sorry, from your weapon?
Oh, that was a 16 to hit. Does a 16
16
hit?
does hit, yeah. If you just
Oh, it
miss some
does.
damage, I'll apply.
Yeah, I'll message you.
Okay.
So we saw that direct magical attacks don't hurt them, but also normal physical attacks don't hurt them.
So you've seen that magical attacks, spells so far have had no effect. Zug's axe seemed to hurt them, but Naddan's crossbow bolts haven't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stab him with my spear.
Okay.
That is a 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay.
Rip.
The second attack is a 17.
17 does hit.
So that will be 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Okay. He doesn't seem to be holding on by much, as he seems to use a lot of his force and energy to kind of fly down and rip into you. And as your kind of first attack, he kind of brushes it off with his claws, but kind of his arms not particularly looking great. It's kind of almost hanging by just sinew after all the radiant the spear to pull it away. And as you twist and turn and push it into his side, he kind of doubles over a little bit, and you see him kind of coughing up blood. It's still standing though.
Tasty.
Yeah, bitch.
It's going to be the other one's turn. No, Salah. He kind of holds out his hand, and the other one vanishes. Not there. And he's gonna like look at Doug. I'll get you too. You know him. Ascor, you're up.
Oh my god. These guys are
So-
scary.
Was it the east guy or the west guy who vanished?
The east guy vanished.
So Ascor kind of steps out for a second, as if towards the east guy, vanishes, gets momentarily in the sand and goes, what can I do? He's gone. And turns and runs straight towards Zug.
Wait, I'm in the air.
Zug's in the air, how high?
How high did the guy fly?
You're both 30 foot in the air.
So pretty high.
In that case,
Like
It's
not quite
probably
Snoop
not.
Dogg, but yeah.
yeah. Not quite Snoop Dogg, but kind of Elon Musk.
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of vibe. So,
Okay.
cool. In that case, Ascor does not do that. He is going to cast Haste as a twin spell, as a sorcerer. Cast it on both Rasha and Haydn. So you are both now hasted.
Oh, hell yeah!
But he's on fire while he's doing this.
Oh no!
He's going to go,
7 points of
put me
fire
out, put me
damage.
out, put me 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 out.
She's gonna turn around to
exactly,
the guy
and
at his side and be like,
a roll based
"Oh."
on that.
sorry, I did not see you on fire there, so that's my bad.
I love that we both ran to the cleric, and the cleric was just like casting damage spells instead of putting people out.
The cleric's slinging out DBS over here, sorry.
Like,
Full DPS
Yes.
cleric.
Okay, Ascor, so 7 points of fire damage, cast haste. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah. I need to burn some fucking sorcery points on that, don't I? Sorcery points, all 3 of them. Horrendous. I have nothing really I can do with that turn. I am prone. Ascor is on his stomach still, rolling, on fire, screaming at you both to put him out. And as he grabs you both, almost uncontrollably, does arcane energy just jolt throughout for his sorceress frame, and you both find that momentarily you slow down and sand falls off you slowly, but then things speed up for you and you find yourself much faster. And I take how much damage on my turn?
7.
7, great. What does that translate to for a concentration saving throw?
You would have done that before you cast it, so it'll be next turn you suffer that if it's not put out. And then you would have.
So
You take that at the start of your turn, and then you would have cast it.
okay, cool. So I take it. So I make the save next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next turn.
If no one puts you out.
All right, cool.
Okay, Ghost.
I'll just say, guys, both of you have an additional action with it to put somebody out. Just saying.
But the DPS.
Well, this is all happening behind Ghost, so he makes no attempt to stop Ascor from immolating himself. Okay, so the first thing he's going to do is he's going to put his fingers in his mouth. And if I could do the big loud whistle thing, I would. I can't do it. But this is roleplay, so let's pretend I can. And he's going to and whistle to Leonard, and he's like going to point at Aku, and he just shouts at Aku. He's like, "Trust me!" And Leonard is going to cast Fly on Aku.
Okay.
Wild.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh my
Okay, cool.
So
I love it.
Big up,
Yes,
Leonard.
Can we just change Leonard's name from Leonard to Legend?
The Leonard
That's
Legend Leonard.
that's
It's
his
his full
third- that's
title,
his-
actually.
It's his third evolution. The next time I summon him, and he's got like giant arms, and he comes out with this.
It's like that bird with like the
Leonard
beefy
X.
like muscle arms.
yeah.
You get like fighter Leonard.
But yeah, so he
my
casts
guy's one
Fly.
moonstone away from being a fucking Charizard. He's a
Moon make Charizards now,
Right.
hopefully.
Luke's just playing
Yes, I'll
Pokemon
mix some
ignorance. Okay, Ghost, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yes, and I cast Wizard Blast.
Okay, at the book, kind of
Wizard
pages ruffle,
Blast.
floating up in the air, kind of goes alongside letters because like the black bolts of lightning fly out. Both of them. Which one are you targeting?
The one that's attacking Aku. Oh, I've got
The one
Mega
that's not there.
Range.
The one that's not there anymore. You make disadvantage because it's invisible.
Okay, then I'll cast the other one. I've got Mega
Okay.
Range on that
As
thing.
your bolts fly, the Rakshasa doesn't even attempt to dodge them, and it just hits them both, and just no effect. Except it's seemingly on a slight shield around them.
Wait, my Wizard Blast doesn't hit him? I don't even get a roll?
Nope.
But if I roll a natural 20, I get a spell slot back.
Not if it's immune to spells. It's not.
But I thought.
Oh,
I
sorry.
was-
Sorry. Yeah, if you want to roll if you want to roll 2 natural 20s to see if you get a spell slot back, go for it. That would still play.
I'd like to try. Well, that was a
No
2.
try.
So.
That's almost a 20. It's missing.
Yeah, almost. If you just add a 0, that's 20.
And
No,
that
Jamie,
was.
what you're saying.
Not a 20.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
What has been inferred, Master DM, is that
Uh,
my man is both immune to spells and also immune to attacks from non-magical weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite
And
strong.
also invisible.
Yeah.
And invisible. Sounds like a proper grade A bastard.
Sounds balanced to me.
Imagine if you'd all been in the explosion at the start. This would have gone very wrong.
Do you guys remember earlier this week when Jamie was saying, how mad would Erin be if I TPK'd you guys this week? Do you think he was actually being serious?
I've been talking
Yes.
a lot to Ben recently, actually.
You gotta stop talking to Ben. Ben's an evil DM.
Hey, go for it.
I'd also like to point out that none of you guys trusted me in the last couple of sessions. So for all of you not on fire, you're welcome. Next time I'll just let you all burn up, and that'll
Hey,
be dead
hey.
funny.
Hey, not everyone didn't trust you the last 2 sessions.
Oh my gosh.
Just
had-
most of us.
We had a bonding moment.
Okay, I'm
Is
generalizing.
this-
Sorry, not all men.
Were you bonding when you pissed on in Ascor's 10? Or...
Look, that's
Exactly. What I
Ascor.
was going to say is anyone with a positive intelligence score doesn't trust you. Let's just say
He
that.
was asserting dominance by pissing on the 10.
Asserting dominance, yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a fucking
Like a
dog.
dog.
Nice.
Marking his territory.
Okay, I have a question about the haste spell because this is my first time being hasted. From what I understand, I can have an extra attack, hide, disengage, etc., etc. I can't do an extra spell on that turn. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a yes, no extra spell.
no extra spell. It's very specific. It's like the attack action along with anything that, yeah.
Okay. And has any attack seemed to do damage or be successful so far?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've seen attacks from the Rasha's spiritual weapon, as well as Geb pet Rasha, as well as Zug's axe have done damage.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Did you say Zug's axe or Zug's X has done damage?
Zug's axe has done damage.
Both have.
Does Zug have an axe?
Psychic damage. Okay.
Special ability trauma.
All right. So I think probably what I'm gonna do in this situation is oh, sorry, the last question I had was when this other dude disappeared, did he disappear in a way that seemed like he had turned invisible, or did it seem like he had just like apparated to somewhere else? Or
you get the so he as he kind of like fizzled, like shimmered a bit, and kind of being able to vibrate for a second. Can you cast invisibility?
I can't cast invisibility, but I can see invisibility if I cast see invisibility.
Yeah, yeah, he disappeared. Didn't know.
I spent a long time in the Underdark, and I saw a lot of Duragar like go invisible. So
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. You can.
bastards. Okay, then I am going to I'm gonna cast see invisibility on myself.
Okay. Yep.
So I can just
he's
keep
standing there.
track of where this guy is going. So cast that. Because we're in the Barbed Fields, am I okay to cast that, or is it only like attack spells that are like no bueno?
Oh, we'll see what happens with the Barbed Fields magic after combat ends.
Oh, okay. And then for my extra action I get because I'm hasted, I suppose. I think oh, actually, yeah, because wait, if I want to swap weapons, is that a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, so I use my bonus action to swap from my Elven Court crossbow to my Oath bow, and then I'm gonna try to use that with my special extra action that I got from haste.
Cool.
So,
cool.
so my
And,
normal action was a spell, my haste action was attack with the weapon, and my bonus was swapping weapons. Okay, cool.
Checks out.
Sweet.
This guy, right? Are you attacking the invisible one or the non-invisible?
I'm gonna attack the non-invisible one,
Okay.
because I don't want to let the invisible one know that I have got eyes on it. And
Okay.
also I just want to try to take out the one that is more damaged, hopefully.
So just yeah, absolutely. You made that decision.
Yeah.
The invisible one looks really rough. The non-invisible one is like showing visible tears. It doesn't look quite as bad.
Okay. I
yeah.
was, yeah.
That's fine.
Should have confirmed before. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with what I said. So, I'm gonna try
22
shooting.
hits.
22 hits?
Yep.
Cool. Then that would be, I'm not, oh yeah, he's engaged with someone, so would I get sneak attack?
Yep. So that's
Hey! Okay, so, I do,
Oof.
40 points of damage, 19 of which
What
is
is
sneak
that?
attack damage.
Okay. Again, as you fire, and he sees this bolt coming.
Mm-hmm.
And Zug kind of is harrying, he sees it coming, and you see that smirk, the same like thing. He almost like leans into it, like he's been doing in the dance vault, like showing off. But this time, from the bow, you see a little fizzle, and it just like penetrates, goes straight almost down into his collarbone. He's almost like lead into it, and you see him kind of and like spurts upward blood, and you can see him like almost collapse. The sheer damage of that, and he's now like almost kneeling at Zug's feet in the air, like.
And with that, I'm gonna turn over my shoulder to Naddan and be like, That's the end of my turn.
Watch
cool.
and learn.
Zug.
Yep. You can ask me what I'm about to do, because the answer is execute this motherfucker.
Yeah, so he was looking okay-ish, like a bit of his water and hair. He's now looking to balance down
he's
his
not
yellow
looking
one.
any good anymore, isn't he? Come on. Okay, that's a 19. So
19 still hits.
Oh, well, alright, this guy's fucked, really, isn't he? Okay, so that is... I'll roll it quickly. This, and this. So, first one is 15, 20, 22, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. As he's kind of like kneeling, trying to recover from Hayden's thing, like looking down at Hayden, slightly confused, unsure about how this bow's hit him, he seems to forget about you. And you take that extra moment to ready yourself, prepare, and as your axe swings down, he like looks up at the last second, realizes it's wrong, and he lets out like a and as you kind of slice directly through his skull and head, you see his kind of like head topple as his body and head fall out the ground, fall out the air, separately onto the floor.
Yes.
Dead.
Fucking decapitated.
Very nicely done, Zug.
Round of applause.
I actually get a bonus attack if I kill someone, but I don't think I can really attack the other one because he's invisible, right?
Throw your axe
Yeah,
in
no,
the
it
general
is.
direction.
Yeah,
throw
in
them,
general direction.
Till half time.
Wait.
What's the range on that bad boy?
Isn't invisibility concentration? Would that not drop now? Given the caster is dead.
The other target reappears.
I casted C invisibility for no reason. Damn it.
I forgot to ask something on my turn. Can I cheekily ask? So, like, Ghost ran towards this guy, and you said he was from where he got stabbed or shot or cut with the spiritual weapon. He was like bleeding down onto the floor.
Yes.
Ghost would have ran underneath him with like a test tube or two,
Okay.
and just trying to like. You just see like Ghost
Yeah.
just kind of like
Collect.
trying
And
to
I-
like collect.
And I imagine as the other one like gets decapitated and blood flying everywhere, Ghost probably like ooh.
That's true. Well, we'll see what happens on Ghost's turn.
Yeah, absolutely. It is Zug. You turn around, and the other one reappears.
How far
He's
away though?
Quite far
Quite
away.
far.
So he's on the ground. You're 50 feet up, and he's you're 30 feet up, and he's 65 feet.
Okay, so if I was to use action surge, would
Yes.
I be allowed to use like full movement and then
No,
attack?
so-
Or use the rest of my attacks, or would that not be allowed?
You'd need to travel about 80, 90 feet.
Ah, okay. I'll use action surge and get as close as I possibly allowed, which is what, 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
30 and
So
30.
if it's like 60 feet, it's roughly 2/3 moving at that thing. Yeah. Yeah. So
About
we'll say
there.
that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Look,
Action
well, I'll
surge.
say you've come.
Did Hayden take the
could
attack
throw your
action on their
axe.
last turn?
I did.
Throw my axe. Yeah, I should have thrown my axe.
Well, remember that because you're hasted, you have an additional attack.
No, he said he cast a spell.
I did it.
Okay, fucking ace.
Cool.
Got you,
So
man.
Naddan's gonna sigh. He's gonna take out a special bolt with runes on it.
Oh.
Should do tell him he can fix it, but
Wait,
That's fine.
Naddan has shit that we don't know about.
Why
and he's
haven't
gonna
we
fire
rifled
it
through
in,
Naddan's bag yet?
and there's gonna be a crackle of electricity as it hits the target, and you see it kind of go away. And how much damage does it do? Wait, why am I rolling d20s for damage? That's not correct.
No, that sounds right. That sounds correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
typical
Actually.
Naddan, man.
Okay, just 15 points of damage. I think the dad gets the kill. Which feels slightly acrobatic. As the lightning kind of slices across, it kind of like falls on top of you, Aku, as you kind of like just your spirit like lands on it, and it just flumps forward, just kind of burning, seared, landing on the ground. And Dan looks at Haydn, shrugs.
As soon as
showed you.
Naddan turns around again. Oh wait, no, he's behind me. Never mind. I was gonna flip him off. I will resist for now.
Okay. Okay. So, with no other enemies, it's Rasha's turn.
going to profusely apologize and with the haste spell rapidly put. I guess use an object to douse the flames on
You can
Ascor.
just pat it. You can just pat him out.
He's
It's
gonna like
it-
shovel some sand on him. It's gonna be a bit of a like, oh, I'm really sorry, and he's like frantically just putting sand on him.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, my
Yeah.
bad.
So
Mute it, Si.
Respect.
Who's still on fire?
Just
Ascor was the only
Just
one on
Ascor.
fire.
Oh.
that whole time.
So as you guys look around, and
Everybody's enjoyment.
the smell of burning and a little bit of crackling lightning around you, the oil is still like lit, but all of the trees, everything is gone. You're in the same barren thing, and there's just like a large pond of oil that seemingly was left here as a trap, and it's just burning now, with large smoke billowing up into the sky.
Lovely.
You can imagine quite a lot of things quite afar. Can see that.
Ghost turns to the well, I guess where Haydn and Ascor are stood. And he just points at them and he just shouts, "Dumb! Dumb! You guys are dumb! Dummies!"
Well,
Presumably, the effect of the suggestion spell is it still
They
going,
ended
Jamie? Or is it
No, they
over,
ended
or
as soon
what's
as combat ended. As soon as combat started. As soon as you started as soon as you were inside, suggestion ended because that was the end of the suggestion.
Dumb.
Asshole still too busy being singed to really listen to what's being said.
I have my
Anyway.
summon celestial for an hour. So this big golden angel with kind of etched features is gonna kind of glide down. Its wings don't really flap, but it's like, you know, those cool kind of glider turbo jets that just kind of wow and slice the air a little bit. Gonna glide down towards where Rasha is standing, and it is going to reach its hand out and place a hand on Ascor's shoulder and cast healing touch. So 2d8
Oh,
plus.
yeah.
As you do that, I'm just kind of feel the hands go across and hear you slightly.
17 hit points.
17.
Blessed.
Zog,
Mhm.
there's a voice in your head and you recognize it.
Ah.
As the woman in the ring. I think someone wants to talk to you, Zog. Shall I let them?
Someone isn't someone I know, or
I think someone you just decapitated.
how can they talk to me if they're dead? That's worrying and scary.
So yes or no, I can block them.
I guess yes. He
Okay.
says, like, with a kind of pain look on his face.
Zog, why?
He's a bit worried. He's like,
I will hunt you. I will never stop.
ah,
And just like you, it's like
I
Zug
thought
and
you were
Naddan
dead,
kind of both
though.
freeze. They just stare at each other. Did you
Okay.
hear that too, Zog?
Yes, I for some reason intentionally listened to that. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean that's the second demon that said that they wanted to do that, so I guess we can add that to the ledger. We have that one that we promised the what did we promise him again? Something, and then we didn't give it to him. The necromancer guy.
Mr. Ezekiel, the water
Yes. Yeah, we have. It looks
wait,
like
you're
we have
saying
a.
this in
No. I'm saying this out loud.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, we have another one on the list of beings that want to hunt us to the ends of the earth.
To Orcus. Cool.
Yeah, of course. How could I forget? Orcus?
We did steal all his shit, so
Yeah, he is
don't
also one of
blame
the ones.
Orcus.
If I could sell him, I'd tell him to get in line.
What is
he is a bit
his-
scary sounding though.
What is two slightly angry cats against the other list of enemies you're accumulating? I'm accumulating.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, they yeah,
Well, it is
they'll
bad
have to try a bit harder.
If you're already hurt, it is bad. Haydn, are you okay? And Rasha's gonna drop a cure wounds on him for 11 HP. It's gonna help the two singed boys to their feet and say, "Sorry, I really should have healed you maybe a little earlier. I just got really excited." And he's just gonna point to this angel that's just hanging out, and he's just gonna drop his voice and say, "You know, I really don't think that he's an aboleth because this is not an aboleth, right? This is like, you know, he's an angel."
What happened to the goblins, by the way? Were they
turned
incinerated?
They turned into those
Oh.
cat guys.
Oh, the Rakshasas.
Are there still bodies of the cat guys laying there?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are. Somebody's
So
still there.
yeah, my I have a couple of things that will be going on around Ghost, and the first thing is to loot and dismember the corpses.
Wait. Hayden's gonna run forward and try to grab Ghost by the shoulder.
Ghost
try to-
turns around with a knife and he says, "Sorry, you're trying to stop this from happening." No.
Wait,
No, just wait,
I
wait.
need a corpse though.
Zug needs a body.
I need a corpse. Well, I don't need the corpse. The lady needs a corpse.
But
Okay,
you
well,
know,
what if
this is
you
bad.
don't need a corpse with no head though, right? You can have there's two.
I mean, the other one has a head.
Yeah, so I'll take the one with no head, and you
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
seems like
fine.
that's all right.
Go
I've
for it,
got no
dude.
problem with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
cut-
are
cut-
any
I mean, I've already
diamonds
cut that one up, so you can cut
or
it up some more if
gems.
you want.
If you have gems, please give me gems.
Yeah, I
please.
have no use for gems.
Yeah.
The moral compass of this whole party has gone from just like, oh no, we killed someone to just loot the body.
I just
Loot and
saw a really
dismember
big diamond.
corpse.
so-
Take everything of worth.
Rasha, if you
I've-
want to make an investigation check as well as Ghost, if you want to make a survival check to cut these things open.
Can I
Natural
not like
20.
do something else that's like not survival?
So
that
is-
is, like-
I mean, no.
I don't know what it would be. I just want bits.
So, okay, the natural 20, these things are carrying some fine jewels. Very fine. There are a lot of diamonds here. Probably 800 gold's worth of diamonds. About 300 gold's worth of rubies, and probably about 1,000 gold's worth of extra kind of precious gems and coins on them. What's your survival roll? 17.
17.
So, you harvest a lot of their blood. A lot. You kind of find that seemingly like
You're cutting out a bit.
sorry, the internal organs are degrading quite a bit, like kind of dusting already. However, you do manage to grab a decent number of their teeth, one of their eyes, along with some remnants of a Rakshasa heart.
Can I just say
Wait,
that
they're
while
rapidly decomposing.
Seemingly turning to dust.
Well-
Haydn, yes.
while Ghost is scavenging for bits, Haydn would be hanging back maybe like a foot or two behind him, trying to just take notes in his notebook of what parts Ghost is collecting.
Okay.
Yeah. Ghost
don't-
is going at this with almost a surgeon's precision. He kind of like disrobes these things, and he only has like a small knife that's like about this big, but it's very sharp. It's like a scalpel, I guess, really. And you've never seen him wield a weapon before. But as he pulls the scalpel out, he just kind of draws it along and like opens up stuff, takes a small hammer, like cracks the sternum, like does everything with sort of like a great eye for detail. He's not. You can tell he's specifically looking for something and taking the pieces that he wants. He's not just kind of like putting anything that he can get in it.
Cool. So Haydn notes down what you're.
If you could I don't know what the parts he was taking though. Like, do you know like
What
anatomy very well?
I do actually. Would that just be a medicine check?
Yeah.
Of course, Haydn knows about anatomy.
Oh yeah.
Knows about anatomy of the D.
Wait, are they?
Knows the
How fast are they
body.
decomposing?
Azog, we'll deal. Sorry, Zog, we'll deal with Rashan in a second.
Yeah.
What did you roll there, Haydn?
21 for medicine check.
21. I mean, anatomy is fairly humanoid. You see him take teeth, blood, and what seems to you to be a bit of a heart.
Cool.
As like Ghost is doing it quickly, and precisely, but not secretly.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
as you go down, and you kind of think it's not a worthwhile host.
I mean,
As in,
only being a bit
not-
choosy.
no, it's. I'm sorry, it's not possible.
Oh.
That
Okay. Is it because it's a demon?
and they come back.
Ah. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, sorry about that. I did try.
If I could, it would be a worthy substitute. Maybe if you killed them somewhere else, I might be able to.
Yeah, apparently this corpse doesn't work, guys. Sorry.
Oh, do you mean it does not work?
That's
It is-
Oh,
Is
is
it
it?
not good enough?
Is it? It's like not a real corpse. It's like I don't know, like demon something. I don't know.
These things aren't demons though.
Aren't they?
What do can we just readdress, just so you're really clear? You need a corpse, so the mind inside of your ring
Yeah.
can leave you,
Mm,
and then what happens then?
I don't know.
I go on my merry way, enjoying what is left of my life.
She just said she goes on her merry way, enjoying the rest of her life.
You know, there are so many ways to go on one's merry way and enjoy the rest of one's life, and that may also include eating us. So let us just, bear that in mind.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that.
I just, yeah, well, me too, but.
So just stares blankly at you, like, well, basically the corpse isn't going to work apparently, so I'll have to find another one.
Anyway, I'm assuming
the
you
other
guys don't really fancy going for a dip in the Oasis anymore, eh?
What oasis?
Ha ha ha. Yeah,
Probably at that point,
let's-
then
let's-
you hear
let's-
from a distance, Ghost. You hear sort of for a little while, not huge distance away, but just a little while away, out loud. Ghost! Ghost! And as he gets closer, and you can see he's still a little bit singed from his whole ordeal there with the flames. And at last, like, sort of kind of gets close to you guys, probably about 10 feet away, drops to his knees and just goes, "What happened?"
As Ascor drops to his feet, the swirling magic that has been around everybody who's cast a spell.
Oh no.
Could you all please roll d20s?
Oh no.
If I am remembering correctly, Ghost cast 3 spells, Ascor cast 2, Haydn cast 1, Rasha has cast 7.
Zug cast.
Seven.
Yeah.
Rasha's
including
gonna
your healing
explode.
spells at the end, right? Sacred
Oh.
Flame, Summon. Did you cast another one? And
Spiritual
then
weapon,
3
summon,
healing
sacred
heals.
flame. I only cast 1 healing spell. I've cast 4.
Oh, was it Cure Wounds and then? Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think 7. Okay, sorry. 4.
I rolled an 8.
I did Psycast as well.
How many
yes.
times am I rolling?
Two
Am I rolling
twos,
a
yeah.
spell?
What about
Uh,
Leonard?
So
Can I just send him home?
No, so Leonard counts as one of yours. So
But what about
his-
Leonard's spell?
Yeah, no, they count as yours. So you actually cast 4 in that case.
You shouldn't have asked.
So,
that actually makes 5.
5. Okay, cool. So what did you get?
5.
5.
Oh, wait.
And what did wait, Aku? Did you cast a spell? Or did you roll?
Me, sorry.
You rolled. So
Um,
2, sorry, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think I just rolled for no reason.
Okay.
I didn't cast as well.
Okay, cool. So
Just wanted to be part of the
If
fun.
our pet
I just wanted to be
spells count, then
involved.
I cast 5, not 4.
5. Okay, so Haydn, you rolled an 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll find the magic kind of swirls around you. Rasha, what did you get?
19.
19. You'll find as well. However, could Ascor and Ghost please roll D100s, please?
Oh.
Whoa, I don't think we need to be so hasty about this.
It's funny 'cause you cast the haste spell.
44.
And if it ends, what happens to you? Get stunned, motherfucker.
Okay. And Ascor, what did you get?
D100. Where's the D100? Where's the D100 live? Huh?
If you open up the little D...
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I see it. I'll roll. 1 D100, one for each spell cast.
No, sorry, you just one D100 roll.
Okay. Well, it's a 9-0.
Oh dear.
This was
19.
Call of Cthulhu, you'd be
Either
dead.
good or bad.
So
I probably still am.
as Ascor kind of comes over and lays down, he's like, "What happens?" The magic swirling around him, just he kind of vibrates for a second. It's all kind of zoom on him, and he disappears. There is Ascor. To you, you're still there, but to everybody else,
Yep.
invisible.
Yeah.
Ghost, as the power coalesces around you, you kind of feel yourself shift for a second, and Ghost disappears, reappears 20 feet to the left, disappears, reappears 20 feet to the right. Do you attempt to kind of control the magic, and you can teleport 20 feet as a bonus action for the next minute.
Wait,
Oh,
what? I thought
yeah.
this was bad.
Wild magic
I'm
search.
Sorry, did you say that Ascor went invisible?
Ascor has just disappeared.
But I cast see invisibility.
Yeah, you can still see him.
I can still see him. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I had no
Yeah, but do you know he's invisible though?
Yeah, is there some sort of shimmer around someone when they're invisible, or do they just look like a
Yes.
normal person?
Yeah, you see invisible. You can tell they're invisible.
Am I
also-
simply invisible? Am I like in the ethereal plane? or
No,
something?
you're invisible and you don't know. But as you kind of sit and continue talking, nobody can hear Ascor. Even those who can see invisibility.
Oh.
As you can see him, but you can't hear him. And for those of you with high enough perception, Aku's wounds are glowing a kind of vaguely odd color, and his face looks drained. And there's almost like a little bit of pale around the wounds that's kind of growing across where the Rakshasa have tore at him.
Aku, are you alright? Friend. You look
Good.
sort of peaky.
Aku sort of looks down at his wounds and like notices, and I think for the first time that Haydn, Ghost, and maybe Zug have ever seen, he casts a healing spell on himself.
Impossible. I don't believe it.
Are you
No
sure
way.
you want to do
Um,
that?
Ghost appears in front of you and says, "Stop that spell!" and then immediately disappears and appears 20 feet away and says, "No more spells!" and then appears 20 feet somewhere else.
Ascor to
And
no
so
one in
on.
particular. Really to Ghost, but no one's hearing him. Everyone's ignoring him, of course. Which doesn't. Which sometimes happens anyway. You know, just Ghost. Explain what word. You know, no one can hear anything he's saying.
Wait, is he just invisible, or can we
Uh,
not hear
can't
what
hear
he's
him.
saying either?
Hayden notices that he's like gesticulating like as if he's talking, and he's like mouth is flapping but no sound's coming out. And I was like, "What are you doing, Ascor?"
Yeah, I don't know if you're on, but meanwhile, Ghost is able to teleport all over the place. At will.
Where is Ascor?
Where did he go?
What are you talking about? Where's Ascor?
Well, he's.
Did
Oh.
he turn into ashes as Ghost appears and then just disappears and then appears 20 foot away?
Shut up.
Maybe he's done us a favor!
Yeah, Ghost, you can't hear him. Shut up. Just shut up. And he'll say to Haydn, do something. I'm so sick of this.
Can you write down what you're trying to say? Because you're not. I can't hear
Oh,
anything.
you trying to be funny now? You think you're some kind of comedian?
I still can't hear you.
And Haydn can't hear me as well, DM.
Yeah, I can see you, but
No.
I can't hear you.
No one can hear you.
In that case, using my invasive thoughts as a aberrant mind sorcerer, probably going to tune into Haydn then, just speaks telepathically and just say, what kind of joke is this? You say you can't hear me?
Oh, wait. Jamie, can I hear him now?
Yep.
Oh, then Hayden replies, "Oh, there you are. Yeah, your like mouth is flapping, but no sound's coming out. No joke, dude."
Don't
That's
be
just the way we like
ridiculous.
him.
I've had enough of all. I've had enough of all these games. And Ghost, why is he ignoring me?
Ascor, look down at your hands. You are invisible right now.
Jamie, DM, do it to myself. Do I seem invisible?
No. However, it's probably been about a minute. So as Ghost kind of, you find yourself the ability kind of, you're gonna feel the magic, and like Ascor reappears, and kind of now you can all hear and see him.
And as he reappears, you probably hear him just go, that's why I think you should all pay more attention to what I'm saying.
I agree. You're right, Ascor.
Wait, did I just hear that?
Well, good.
Oh, you're back now. Fantastic.
Does he just
There
like
you
pop into existence? Like,
Yes.
no.
Can't do
Ah.
the noise.
What was that? How did you? He kind of looks around in circles. What's going on?
Well,
what's
frankly,
go-
Ghost should have convinced me rather than let me go ahead in there and poke around in the Oasis, or
Seems like
as
a
I
really-
call it, an illusion.
It seemed
Well,
like a
you
really
know,
good idea at the
Ascor,
time. Like,
I defer to your superior breeding on all decisions that come to,
Yes,
leading where this party goes.
yes, well,
So
frankly, you should, but at the same time, as a local guide, you should be providing counsel to us.
I did tell you not to go in. And I know you remember that.
Well, how do we tell the difference between what you're saying, which is not true, which is most of the time, and between what you're saying when it is true, which is only now?
Generally, a higher IQ is the best way to do that.
That's not even answering my question.
Ghost just smiles at him.
So, with the fire raging around you, what do you guys do? Do you leave? Do you take a short rest?
I'd like to ask my Geb
Yes.
Angel, who's still hanging around.
Oh, Leonard sat next to him, by the way.
So Rasha's gonna walk up to the giant golden angel and kind of nervously say, "Oh, so I'm really sorry for just, I don't know, I don't really know where you came from or how you got here. I guess you're not in prison, so you're not really Geb, but, Mr. Angel, would you mind maybe flying up a little bit? This fire is really big, so could you see if there are any things coming to eat us or more angry cats who would like to, barbecue us like these cats did, or
Yep.
the big bird, please."
So they kind of nod solemnly, flies up. Could you make a perception check? Has you got its stat?
I do have its stats, yeah.
Perception check with it.
I do. Okay, that's pretty decent. It's 17 plus perception. 19.
19. Okay. As it kind of scans around, flies a bit, lands back down. You hear it say, kind of in your head in celestial, kind of the tones right like chiming in the back. I believe.
Oh, wait, so
creatures
Rasha
are-
doesn't understand Celestial. So if it's chiming at him, he's going to be like, "Oh no. You
Yep.
just sound like bells."
Yep.
Aku, you speak the bell thing, don't you?
Wait,
You
You
speak the bell
You calling
thing.
him a bellend?
You know when it sounds like people are
Y-
speaking, but it is more like
Yes.
ding dong.
Yes, I speak Celestial. Cheval.
Could you help me talk to Ged's angel, please? Which is, by the way, not an aboleth, as you can all see. So
And
Aboleths can
as
cast psychic illusions, so I just want to set expectations for you, Rasha, that's all.
it's not an aboleth. This is an angel made of gold. So we are fine. This is good. Please, Aku,
as Aku is translating, he hasn't forgotten that he is able to fly currently, so he's just sort of like floating in the air, just like kind of maybe like spinning very slowly, like upside down, feeling pretty tired, a bit queasy maybe, but he can't really tell if that's because he's flying or because of his wound. So
As the Geb face kind of angel kind of talks to you, there are creatures converging. Small ones. I have seen a larger one on the horizon, seemingly coming this way. The small ones look sleek, small, white. I sense much sadness around them, grief and loneliness.
Oh. That sounds kind of bad, guys. Well, maybe we should not stay here. We should get on the cats and leave.
Yeah, I was gonna
What did he
say
say? What
we need
do
to
you mean?
run away.
Yeah, what did he say? What did he say?
Well, Aku is translating
Everything
that, right?
is gonna come and get us.
yes.
I don't particularly want to take a little rest near this raging fireball anyway, so how about we skedaddle? And Hayden's
Yeah.
gonna make his way over to Gebcat and try to start climbing on, which is challenging considering he is short.
As you kind of all regain your Moorbounders, kind of they're off, but they've kind of reconvened and are kind of watching from afar, kind of safety numbers type thing. And as you approach, Gebcat kind of comes up, and there's a big rub against Rasha, as the Starbucks against Ghost. Thaddeus kind of kneels down, accepting kind of Ascor getting on his back. Begrudging respect from Thaddeus after the victory, whereas the other two kind of affection. And how far do you guys ride before you try to stop? It's probably about, your body clock's telling you it's like mid-afternoonish when this happened, so you could ride until the night, or would you try to stop for a short rest after a while?
Goodbye till the night.
The ghost would suggest that the party keeps riding until they cannot ride no longer.
Before we set off,
Yeah.
Rasha would probably pull Aku to the side and say, Aku, would you help me translate this with Mr. Angel? I don't have him for very long, but just really quickly before you go. And I'd like to ask him, where do you actually come from? how do you know Geb, Mr. Angel?
So you asked the angel.
Yeah.
What's the spell? Summon celestial.
Yeah, so...
First, I am a manifestation of Geb's will, escaping through his bars. I live and die by his and your will.
Oh, that is so nice. He is just definitely not an aboleth, right?
Aku nods, looking skeptical.
He kind of turns to the angel. I mean, Gib is not an aboleth, right? He's, you know, he's or he might be a prison, but he's good, right?
You asking the angel or are you asking?
Yeah, asking the angel.
Geb is righteous and precise and glamorous.
Right. But
and
the,
worthy of worship.
there you go. He's glamorous, you know. Aboleths are not glamorous. There are so many things. It is just. Aku, why do people not believe me or think he is like a slimy tentacle thing? This is. Come on.
Ghost is like patting Leonard on his eyes at the moment, just saying like, "Hey, but don't listen to them. It's not all about looks. It's about what's inside." And I know you've got way more in you than what this shiny guy has. So don't doubt yourself, man. It's like.
So-
that deep speech, yo.
Riding off after about half an hour. If there's nothing else you want, half an hour, 45 minutes. If there's nothing else you
Leonard
want
is going to
ask.
stay in place for as long as possible, and I've instructed him to fuck up anything that tries to follow
Okay.
us.
After about half an hour, you sense your connection to Leonard end earlier than.
Does it feel like he went out in a blaze of glory?
that was definitely a struggle.
We have Mr. Angel for the remaining. I don't know how long. He's an hour spell as well. Like
Yeah.
if anything gets really close to us, give us a.
No,
heads
so
up.
as you guys are riding off, there's decent distraction behind you.
Yeah.
The rest of the day goes pretty well. You guys don't seem to run into anything. Most things in the area have been distracted by the giant pyre of fire behind you. And as you make camp, this one's not quite so well kind of carved. The landscape is a lot flatter, and you suspect that things will be able to see you if you're not on guard. So you kind of maybe think about foregoing the campfire, but in this barren wasteland, this is probably the best you're going to do for now, as you
Can
all kind of
I,
get around to your tents
Can I
back
use
up.
stone shape? Is it
Yes.
stone we're standing on?
There will be stones, but it's not like a hard stone floor. It's dirt, sand, stone, shrubbery.
So guys, it will be a bit of a tight fit, but I can make, you know, a big sort of, I don't know, stone box for us to, you know, pile into if we are worried a little bit, or like a ledge maybe. So we're gonna use stone shape to make a 5
Why don't you
by
just
5
make
by 5.
a depression into the ground?
Yeah, it is what I am thinking, like a little hole in the ground with a sort of ledge covering ledge on top. So yeah, we'll do like a little box in the ground with a
Kind of
little
like
covering.
it's a kind of a craft-like structure, almost like a mine, like a Minecraft house.
Yeah, almost like a crafted mine house, a stone block, a cobblestone depression.
Crafted mine.
I've got depression after that.
Crafted.
Okay. Yeah, we lost 5 years after that joke, so let's keep moving.
We're all so damn old, guys.
How do you do, fellow
Sorry.
kids? I heard Minecraft was popular
Yeah,
these
that's
days.
just cover.
You craft a depression, or are you going to make a little
DM,
box?
is the road blocked behind us? The road blocked.
Oh,
Road block.
Christ.
Roadblock.
Right. Do you make a depression, or are you making a box?
Well, no, like a depression, but like a little ledge on top, sort of like
Okay.
covering. It's basically a little hidey hole.
Little hidey hole.
Yeah.
As you're all kind of huddled together, maybe with one or two tents, you just kind of hide it. Are you going to sleep or chatting about anything? Casting?
No casting tonight, boys.
Who's
Oh,
all...
wait, shit, I just cast a
Yeah, I'm
spell.
gonna cast modify memory on absolutely everyone.
So can you roll a d20 for me?
I'm so stupid. Help.
What about Aku's healing spell from earlier?
Yeah, I think I could roll for that, right?
Oh, that's a 2.
2. So can you only cast one spell?
Yeah.
The divine magic doesn't kind of manifest around you in any way you don't expect, and it kind of flies off, becomes one with the rest of the kind of ambient magic in this area.
Oh.
However, as you're all laying there, attempting to sleep, that same creeping sensation crawls up each of your spines and on your neck, and no matter how you try, no matter how much you twist, turn, drink to try to go to sleep, none of you, after about an hour, are asleep.
Oh, God.
Oh, not this again. Oh, I'm gonna go a little bit further away and give it a go.
Okay.
No,
And sorry, is anybody on
no,
watch? as
not
well?
you. We know what's wrong.
Hmm?
What I feel really weird. Why do I feel weird? Is
Oh,
this
this
the
happened
Haydn
in the
thing?
tavern.
Is this the
Yeah.
cucumber?
It is definitely.
What?
Ghost is like, oh, guys, I'm so tired. I cannot possibly do another watch tonight. I'm just like super tired, so I'm just gonna go in my tent. Okay, I'll see you guys. Oh, bye, 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 bye.
Did
Goes
that
in the tent.
seem
Let's go for
kind of
stand up.
overblown to anyone else?
Yeah, he doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
He's just lazy.
You wouldn't know that.
Oh, really? I mean, I've never seen you sleep.
But you sleep.
But sometimes I'm on watch and you're always awake.
That's not true.
I've never seen him not sleep.
Can't prove it negative.
You cannot. sleep.
True.
So you
True.
guys, Ghost moves away, but the rest of you, what are you doing? None of you can sleep.
Hey Don, what is this thing with the cucumber? Why do you feel so creepy?
What? That's not very nice. Come on. I'm not even touching
No,
you. I'm...
It's completely fair. This is exceptionally creepy. I think it's only fair for the greater good that you... Well, you go and sleep by yourself over there.
But
We
that...
can tie a rope to you, and if anything happens, you can tug it and...
but someone could just come and cut the rope and then kidnap me in the middle of the night.
It is kind of dangerous. if
Well,
you don't
frankly,
cover.
it's probably 2 in the morning, and that's your problem.
Well, I thought we were all each other's problems. We should be looking out for each other, not just throwing me to the wolves.
You're an extra special problem.
I have been called that so many times in my life, and yet, I'm kind of good. I heal things, so, special problems are not always bad things, so...
Yeah.
But this is definitely a bad thing, Haydn. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm really not trying to talk around the wand of Orcus. Yeah.
Cucumber.
Sorry.
It's just us. We know what it is.
Well, we don't know who might be listening in nearby.
Ghost shouts from his tent. I can hear you.
Fine, I'll go make a tent by myself.
Well, I could make you another hole in the ground if you don't want to be exposed, or...
Rasha's
Like a
implying that
grave?
he's gonna do a grave.
Rasha will dig you an extra special grave, courtesy of Geb.
Okay. So
Tell us
as
about the design.
Rasha goes and are you casting another spell?
Yeah, if it seemed
No,
okay
no,
earlier,
no.
if it seemed okay earlier, just doing the one, then yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, Haydn will set up a tent. No, don't. He doesn't want to lay in a grave. No, I don't want to lay in a
So-
grave.
I could make you a hut. No, you don't have to be in the ground. I could make you a hut.
Rasha,
What's
why?
wrong with the ground?
So
Let's try not to explode.
sorry, are you casting anything?
Well, if it felt fine before, then
Yep.
yeah.
Rasha,
It's been like
Roll a
an hour or
d20
two,
for
right?
me.
Huh?
Roll a d20 for me.
I'm limit testing.
I follow after you as you're like saying it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna make you a hut, and I'm just like constantly being like, no, honestly, you don't. I can set up a tent. It's gonna be fine, and you're just like ignoring me.
4.
4's fine.
Oh,
Whether 2 is fine, 4's fine.
yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, number of spells you cast matters.
This is kind of like a cute hut, you know. This is like maybe it's got a little chimney.
They're like stone
Yeah,
hut,
carvings on it. Yeah.
and yeah, all ready for you to sleep in here. Who's on watch? Is anyone?
Thank you, Rasha.
No
Crawl into my
problem.
little hut.
Probably me.
Okay. Aku is on watch with who else?
By
Could be
himself.
me.
Just Aku. Okay.
Wow.
No, it could be me. Could be me. I could do that.
Guys.
Ascor has not
If I'd
volunteered
known
himself.
Aku was on watch,
Huh.
then maybe I would have stayed away.
No, Zug can go with him. It's fine.
Is that okay? So
Yeah.
Aku and Zug on watch. Could you guys both roll perception checks?
Always lose this one, but let's go. What's my perception again?
7.
11.
7.
7. Okay.
Before I go to sleep,
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong dice. It doesn't count if you roll the wrong dice.
before I go to sleep, I'm going to take
14?
14. Okay.
It's not great. It's not terrible.
7.
He's with his.
What was that, Erin?
Before I go to sleep, I'm going to take some string out of my bag and a bell, and I'm just gonna hook up a little rudimentary alarm system just in case anything were to try to sneak into my hut at night.
Okay. So Aku is fairly difficult to see in this light. You're just looking around. You don't really see anything all night. So you're looking a lot better, and you can see some like off in the distance, some shapes kind of move as they move towards the still smouldering fire. You can see off in the distance, even billowing smoke from this distance. Also, there's a slight rustle from Ghost Separate Tent as you see him kind of, slightly crawling, sneaking out of his tent, and about.
Wait, did you say Ghost was sneaking out of his tent or something was sneaking out of
Ghost.
his tent? Oh, okay. Alright, well, it's nothing new.
Could call him or something.
He wants some private time.
Do you say anything or do anything, or just let Ghost go?
It's like just kind of like squints at him and goes, never sleeps. What's he doing?
Go slinks into the darkness.
Okay. What are you up to, Ghost? Or do you want to do it separately?
No, just sitting in the tent on watch.
Ghost, you want to message me what you're up to? However, if everybody else goes back, if you two are going to go back to sleep after your watch has ended, is anybody else on watch afterwards?
I will go.
Okay.
Ascor has not yet volunteered himself again.
You lazy motherfuckers.
Rasha will wake Ascor up. Well,
Father, no.
please do not call me father again. I think I am younger than you are. I cannot be your father, Ascor.
Daddy.
I got 12.
Asco's got daddy issues.
Just surprised, that's all.
Come on, we need to look at the shadows moving and protect the friends from death.
No, isn't it Zug's watch? Surely.
No, it is your watch. It is definitely your watch.
I just
What
was
you
on
say?
watch.
Has
I'm going
Zug-
to bed.
Zog is asleep. Aku is also going to sleep. Haydn is creepy.
Is this a long rest?
Well,
or a
what
short
about
rest?
Ghost?
Well, I could get. No, I did a watch with Ghost yesterday, so it is your turn.
No, I did one yesterday too.
Insight check.
What is Ghost up to?
Go for it.
He's asleep.
Rasha's character
shit.
development arc in reaching level 10 has been calling the party out.
Has it not been
that's a
continually
joke.
cooking?
The DM, what's the score
Oh.
here? Am I rolling deception?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's-
deception.
That's a 27 though.
So, oof. Oh, right. So
Oh,
that's not a good
24
liar.
didn't cut
Rash is
it.
a better insider. It's Ascor's turn.
Hit me up, boy.
I mean, you can just perceive it's still his turn. That doesn't mean you win. He's still just lying to you. You
Right.
just now know he's lying to you.
I mean, Ascor, you definitely slept the whole night. You had fresh, dewy skin in the morning, like you had a really
No,
nice sleep.
What are you talking about? My skin's always superb, and that's to do with my routine. Nothing to do with watch.
Let's go get
In
out of
fact,
bed.
I was on watch before Ghost, and I was on watch before everybody tonight.
Okay, well, I am going
Goodbye.
to go. If everyone dies in the night because I missed something, then that is on you, and you can think about that in hell.
No, I've done it already. It's fine.
Uplift prison.
Oh my god, Rasha
Rasha's
Fucking hell.
gonna go sit on the ground and stare up at the stars.
By yourself?
And get cat, I guess.
And Kit Kat.
Perception.
Kit Kat sleep?
Hold on.
Unless Ghost comes back. But yeah, perception check Rasha suddenly.
Oh no. Oh, that's a 28.
28. Right. So in the midst of all of this, Aku, you, no matter how much you twist and turn, even no matter how far you get from Haydn, and Rasha probably notices this with the 28, you can't sleep. There's a dull ache that kind of snap you back. For the purposes of this, as you kind of drift in and out of vague consciousness and not, you do not benefit from a short or a long rest, and you suffer a point of exhaustion.
Oh, DM. Where did I get scratched? Where am I? Where am I
Kind of
glowing?
up on your clavicle shoulder here. Yeah, so
Unlucky.
Rasha goes. So as Ghost, you see Rasha, and Rasha with that score, you see Ghost kind of walk from somewhere and kind of come back, and you think it's somebody for a second, and the kind of figure emerges out, and you kind of on guard. You see it's Ghost as comes sits next to you.
Damn. These guys be lazy, eh?
Well, Ascor was adamant that he watched before the others, but yeah, he's lazy.
Clearly needs his beauty sleep, eh?
It's not helping him very much, though.
Damn, dude. You've become such the savage since we first met.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've just spent a long time with you guys, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, I guess.
It's probably an improvement, honestly. I was really, I don't know. I did
Baby?
really- yeah, really baby.
Really, baby.
Yeah.
As you're sitting
Oh.
there
Oh, God.
chatting, Ghost, that same feeling overwhelms you, and Rasha, you feel it as well. There is a sudden sense that the world is utterly hopeless. That there is very little point even continuing to breathe. Ghost, you don't know where it's originating from, but Rasha, with a 28, looking off into the distance, somehow through the dark, about 100 feet away, walking kind of perpendicular to the party, not towards you or the Ghost, you see what you're reminded of the bats from the night before, but this is on the ground. Whatever it, all you can make out are like very large, long limbs with claws kind of moving as it goes forward. A head that could perhaps be a ram's head if it was huge, with like horns pointed outwards, seemingly again made of black and shadow, but a thicker shadow. And it just seems, this thing seems to be walking, and the darkness almost seems to swirl around it. Vaguely humanoid again, but much, much taller, just walking. And with each foot, you feel the ground tremble ever so slightly, and that feeling of hopelessness decreases the further it walks away from you.
Rash is gonna quietly reach out his hand and put it on Ghost's kind of upper arm and say, "Well, Ghost, it doesn't really matter what we do, because let's be honest, we are just going to die out here, because do you see that thing over there? It is just going to
Classic.
it's just going to devour us and leave nothing."
Ghost just nods and he says, we'd be so lucky if that thing devoured us right now,
Right,
because
maybe we should have
some of the
tracked it.
things that have got their eyes on this realm and that are coming into this world will really fuck you up in more ways than just simply dying ever could.
Right, maybe we
The
should die before
humanoid
that
condition,
happens.
yo.
What do you mean? As the despair slightly abates. What do you mean things are coming into this world, though? What are you
Well-
talking about there? It sounds
Well-
terrible, but I don't want to be alive for it, but...
Yeah, I mean, well, terrible things are happening all around us, you know, the fights between gods, different races, different continents, different peoples, different backgrounds, everything's going to shit, isn't it?
So bad. You know, I think it does not even matter if Geb is an aboleth or a real god, because ultimately, what does anything matter? He could be literally a stone, and what difference would it make to anything? It will
It's
all
true.
come to an end soon.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, my dude. All gods are essentially just bigger versions of us. They've got the same flaws.
Yeah,
They just have more power.
but you know, that does not mean that we cannot be devoted to them, right? Because, you know, Aku is super flawed. He's a really horrible person sometimes, and I say that with a lot of love. But I'm still, you know, very, I guess, devoted a little bit because, you know,
It's like 'cause he's hot as hell.
he's average temperature, you know.
Aku will break this session, guys, please.
But anyway,
Never.
he is flawed, and I really care very much about him. And even if Gabe is also very flawed and actually also kind of horrible, it does not matter because, you know, flawed,
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, what difference does it make to you whether Geb is a big guy with a rock face or an aboleth? He's still giving you the same advice, giving you the same powers, imbued you with the ability to make change in the world. Like,
Yeah,
what,
still
what does it
summon
matter?
angels and can bring back the dead and make really cool stuff. I could make armor for my cat. You know?
Yeah, and if he's a Gaboleth, then
I really question.
it doesn't change any of that.
I really question how an aboleth knows how to help me make armor for a cat, but you know, that is.
Well, aboleths have been alive for longer than I think humanoid minds can really comprehend. They've seen things beyond the stars and beyond the realms. I don't
Both
think it's
of you here from probably about like 30, 40 feet away just...
She talks a little bit louder. Yeah, maybe prehistoric cats were dressed up by aboleths. That sounds really
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense if that was the case. I mean, we dress our cats up, so
Why not aboleths and the past cats? Yeah.
I mean, essentially, you know, the way that Geb's imbued you with your power, and aboleth has dressed you up as well.
That is so true. Maybe I am just a cat after all.
You're just a cat to an aboleth.
Right. Good. You know, I feel so much better. The despair has gone.
I
don't know if it's the nature of a discussion or just the fact that the horrible thing left, but I actually feel great now.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Guys,
and
we're
it's
trying to
probably
sleep. Come on.
it's probably a combination of both.
Everybody suffers a point of exhaustion.
Ghost says quietly now, like whispers, to Rasha. While I've got you here, I have a question to ask you.
We're trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
Love it.
Have you recently had an accident at work?
Guys are throwing me off.
Sorry.
Hold on, 1 second.
I'm really sorry.
Let me drink some gin.
Apply now to get your PPI refund.
I need to recover. Hold on.
You could be owed compensation.
Rasha, have I told you about Homestuck?
Now I have you. He's gonna try and suck you into a multi-level marketing scheme.
Here's how I make 200 a day by living at home.
This is how you know Ghost is evil aligned. This moment right now.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Look, at first I was working for other people, and then I realized, you know what? I want to work for myself.
Alright, this is half past 10 D&D.
This 5.7.
Okay.
Okay. You guys have really fucked me up. Okay, no. I can
Oh,
do it. I
fine.
can do it. I can do it.
Yes, Ghost.
You were talking to my mum in secret the night that I invited you into my home. And I don't know what you were ambushing my mother about at 1 in the morning. But I'm going to try and give you the benefit of the doubt here in a way that I wouldn't necessarily offer to many other people. So, do you want to tell me what that was all about right now while we're just here talking, the two of us?
This is in reference to the whole being disrespectful in your home thing.
Well, when you invite your friend into your childhood home, introduce them to your parents and offer them the safety and sanctity of that whole place, in a place where they largely probably wouldn't be welcome otherwise. Yeah, I do find it a little bit disrespectful now you mention it that you did that without talking to me.
Ghost,
And I'd
you
just
are-
like you to elaborate on that a little bit.
Ghost, you are really, really good at words. You know, and you're saying these things, and I feel bad. I really do, because the way you put it makes me feel bad, and I'm not very proud of talking to somebody's mother at a silly time in the morning, because it is really, really inappropriate to talk to women after certain hours unaccompanied.
Okay, well, lesser the misogyny and more the tell me what you wanted from my mum
Ghost,
that you couldn't ask me.
that is the thing, Ghost. We did ask you. Listen, what we did with your mother, it was asking her questions because you would not provide the answers to them yourself. I normally really care very much about all these mysterious things about stars and creatures from this space. Not really, I hate the sky, and space is just a really big sky, so why would I care about that? But when it is Aku, and you know, he was scared the other night, and I never see Aku scared of anything. He is the coolest person. He is never ever afraid, but the way he was with the star and your brother, and then you refusing to answer anything at all. Ghost, I am really worried about what is happening for Aku, yes, but also a little bit for you, and also very much for your brother. And Ghost, I will tell you this much. I tried to reach out to Roman again, outside of your office. And it was like, you know, my brain was exploding. It was like there was this voice, like these horrible screams, and I don't know, Ghost. Whatever you are in, whatever your brother is in, that is one thing, but when it is reaching out to Aku, that is something very different, and I will do my best to protect him. Do you understand that?
I understand that, and there's a couple of things I would like you to understand in return. Now, I'll say this as simply as possible, so I don't confuse you. And he switches to Undercommon, and I'll say it in a way that you will be able to understand, and you will not be able to misinterpret me on this. You found out about this, like 2 days ago, or at least 1 day before you entered my home. Within 24 hours, you guys had decided that you could not give me the grace of time to go through this situation with you. You went behind my back and betrayed my trust in less than 24 hours. And I just want you to think about that. You did not give me any time to unpack what had happened to me, or even time to address the situation outside of somewhere that might have been particularly sensitive. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you are saying
And
perfectly.
now you have experience with this firsthand, you might get a sense of why I was hesitant to talk about it in the first place, and why there's a time and a place to bring up stuff like this.
We asked you about the dream before and you refused to elaborate. There was a chance before being in your family home. Also, DM, could I make an insight check? Is this deflection or is this coming from a place of genuine?
Yeah, go for it. And
Watch as I
use
roll like a 2 or a 3.
persuasion or a deception roll, based on however you're feeling, and you can message me what you get.
Okay.
Stressed.
It's kind of out.
Oh fuck! Are you kidding me, motherfucker? Why was I roll a 4?
Oh, phew. Okay, I
It's all
rolled a
gonna
13
all
for a
the walls are gonna
22
come
total.
tumbling down soon.
I rolled a 4 for a 12 in persuasion.
So
One
Ghost
day.
is genuinely annoyed and irritated. Genuinely went behind his back.
But I don't feel like he's trying to deflect or pin anything on. I don't feel like he's being overly aggy for the sake of hiding stuff. I don't know if that's like more than you'd get from an insight check, but like...
Given the bounds of what's going on here, Ghost is supremely annoyed at you. And if you're trying to glean whether or not there's something else going on, there's always a little bit something else going on with Ghost. And certainly there are other aspects to this. He's still not, in the same way that he's not really responding to what you're saying. He's kind of just paralleling ahead with what he wants to say. But the annoyance is genuine. The sense of betrayal is genuine.
Okay, Ghost.
No.
Listen, I can...
No. You listen, Rasha. Like I said, you've experienced firsthand the danger of what I guess Aku might be involved in now, and me pretending that I didn't know anything about that, and I'm not wanting to be involved in that was a protective measure not only for myself but for you guys. I didn't want you to dwell on it, and you know, I mean, you'll know firsthand if you look at the sun, you're gonna get hurt, right? Your eyes are gonna get damaged. It's gonna do things to you. If you look too long at this star, it will seriously fuck you up. And there are things that have gone on that you could not even comprehend with your brain, and even if you could witness them, it would drive you insane. And this was my attempt at trying to spare you guys, you know, the horrors of what this omen can bring. But I feel like your actions, and I'm speaking to you because in particular, you're the only person who's actually admitted to anything happening, and you're the only person who, well, who's involved in this, who I feel like I can actually have a conversation with and who will actually listen to me. But your actions just displayed a complete lack of trust in me and total disregard for my feelings. And that's just what I want to express to you right now.
Well, in that regard, Ghost, you are very correct. I completely did not trust you in the slightest. So, you're right there.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the same now, I am not sure, Ghost, because as I said, you are so very good with words. And as you say, this is a very dangerous and complicated matter, so I really struggle to have a conversation with you because I think you are just much better at it than I am. But for what it's worth, I see you are upset, so I am very sorry to have put that upon you and your family home. If it is in any way better, we did not tell your mother anything. It was actually really stupid. We said we were trying to throw you a surprise birthday party. So we needed to contact your missing brother because...
Can I insight check Rash? I mean, I know
Yeah.
what happened. I was there, but
Go
Ghost is
for
like,
It's so ridiculous, it's probably
yeah,
true.
it's just
Yeah.
so
I mean,
insane.
if you want to make an insight check, go for it. And Rasha can make sure.
Rasha can't lie. I don't know what you're talking
17
about.
on insight.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Is this a deception or let me know if it's persuasion or deception.
This is
I've
deception,
rolled
surely.
an 11 minus 2.
Is that
Oh,
was that
Rasha,
deception
well.
or persuasion?
It's persuasion.
Persuasion.
But it's deception. You're lying.
No, it's completely
That is
true.
what
Oh
happened,
yeah, I
though.
guess it
That
is
is
true.
what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah.
Completely what happened.
Yeah, like as crazy as it sounds, as weird as
Yeah, I
it
guess so.
sounds, Rasha doesn't seem to be lying, guys.
So we just tried to get in contact with him for your party, and then I got my mind blasted, and then I said, "Oh, yeah, Roman is very strong. He's a really great wizard." So,
Okay. Well,
Ghost,
I guess in a weird way, I do appreciate you keeping up the appearances with my parents to know that my brother hasn't been absorbed by nefarious creatures from the far realm. So yeah, thanks for that. That's actually pretty nice of you.
thing is, you said you lied to us to protect us from it, but it came looking for us, for Aku. Why did that happen? And what is going to happen? You know more than we do.
This thing doesn't look. It's not sentient. It's not cognizant. It cannot single people out, or it doesn't have a will or a thought. It is just how can I put this in a way that you'll understand? It's just like a thing that's like super old as balls and just kind of hangs out until weirdos notice it.
Okay, and can we help Roman, or can we help you? Can I?
Ghost like looks around, and Rasha will notice he look like for the first time probably since he's known him in this last like 6 to 12 months or however long they've been traveling for, that Ghost actually looks nervous and he really drops his voice. What I'm doing is dangerous. It is sort of a step into the unknown, but my purpose right now is to try and reach my brother and bring him back from what has taken him. And the reason, if you must know this, why this is so difficult for me to talk about is because my brother willingly stepped into the path of destiny. He was willingly taken over by it. And you can
Hold on,
imagine.
I missed that on there. The first thing your brother what? I missed that.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you cut a little bit.
Sorry. He willingly stepped into this, and he willingly let this thing take him over, and he went looking for it. And I understand you don't have any siblings, but you have family. So when your family does something so reckless and so beyond the understanding of your tiny little humanoid brain, and something embarrassing like this, because it is embarrassing to have your brother surrender himself to the creatures of the far realm like this, you're not likely to want to talk about it. So that's what I'm doing. Doing something horrible to try and reach my brother again.
So we are trying to get your brother back, even if he doesn't want to come back. That is the plan. Tell them you want to help your brother.
It's no one's business, though. It's my personal business, and it's my journey, and it's my research, and I've spent 10 years. Do you understand that? I've spent 10 years building up to this.
Well, then we are just a really small help at the end. It is still your 10 years. We just, we're there for the end stretch. But really, nobody's business is particularly anyone else's, but here we are in a despair and horrible wasteland place, trying to save Haydn from a cucumber of Orcus, because, is that really our business? I'm not sure, but we're doing it anyway, so... your business can be our business, and if we can make it better for you, then I think we will all try. God, it is so nice to speak Undercommon again. I do not do it very often.
Well, it's nice to see you have full grasp of the words in your mouth for once.
Yeah, I'm still not very good at it, though. You know, the talking thing.
Hmm.
That's not a language barrier. He kind of scratches the back of his neck and looks down at the floor and grimaces a bit.
Ghost is just smiling like always, but it's kind of like that empty smile that you guys know and love. Well, now I've told you more than I've told anyone in the last 10 years. So it would be really awesome if you could keep your mouth shut and like not tell anyone else about this.
Well, you know that I won't be lying when I say I promise, because, you know, I couldn't lie about a promise like that, so... I just, I hope you will maybe think about telling them. But I think my only condition here is that if there is danger to the others, Ghost, if really what you are doing does start to... if it puts their lives at risk, particularly Aku, well, the others as well, then I have to try something or do something, or just tell me if that is going to happen.
Just being here puts everyone at risk and in danger. And I mean, even separately from my own personal ambitions of coming out here, being around Haydn, we're all in danger.
Yeah.
There's no way to avoid that, really. And if you say you want to help me, that means putting you, yourself, and everyone else on the line. I don't know how this spell is going to turn out. I don't know. I haven't done it before.
There's a difference between danger we can handle, I guess, and danger we cannot. And apparently, demon lords are a danger we can handle. So that's really, what is the translation? Dope. Really dope.
That's pretty dope. And, you know, I don't know if it makes you feel any better, but I certainly won't be summoning any demon lords.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
Inside
true,
check that bitch. Inside check him.
Okay, just
There's just summoning all the demon lords.
if the danger is becoming danger you think we cannot handle, or we might need to prepare to handle, then please let us know. Yeah.
I'll do that. In my experience of this, it's... Well, I wouldn't have brought you guys here if I didn't think that you could handle it, eh?
Yeah, I guess so. But you are doing a spell to just, get your brother in. I don't know. Steal him or something.
Yeah, I'm opening a rift to the far realm to reach my brother again.
I will think if there are any ways that he is inside this thing or beholden to it, right?
I'm not entirely sure what the nature of his relationship is right now. It's been a long time here, and I have no idea how time passes in other realms. It could be longer. It could be 5 minutes for him, or it could be 1,000 years.
This Kaifon ghost, it is a sibling of the Aboleth Queen, the one that Geb holds. They are the same class of being.
All
You know
creatures
this.
from the far realm are birthed from elder evils.
Right.
Things far older than even the
They
concept
are-
of time.
They're related, you know, the evil you're fighting and the evil I suppose I am not really fighting, sort of keeping or something. Geb is
Praying to?
keeping. Or maybe praying to, I don't know. Just, you know.
What a coincidence. And also
Anyway,
the power that gave Ascor his magic as well.
that as well.
And what Aku's dreaming of.
And then there is Zug.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that guy. I just find it hilarious. I can't wait to see what he sprouts next.
Yeah.
And as the conversation drifts, the sun starts to rise, and with the revelation leads to one of you as to perhaps some of what's going on with ghosts, as well as Aku being completely unable to sleep, Haydn being banished from the den, and shadowy creatures wandering the night through here, ignoring you for now, filling you with various points of despair. and the session. Thank you everybody for joining us for our first stream. We play every Tuesdays, around 7 UK time. Please drop us a follow at D&D Boyband. Let us know what you think. Open to all feedback. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, it's super fun.
We've got all this time, so stop wasting mine. We've got all this time. How am I supposed to know? Supposed to know.
I've got a wild side, got a child's mind, insecurities and a wall built up a couple miles high. She knows this, she obsesses over all the words I say and the little games I play when I'm restless. The one thing she don't know, 'cause I never let show, is that I miss her when she's away and I wanna kiss her face. She thinks she's in over her head. She thinks she's the only one who goes crazy. Picks up the phone and she thinks she heard it ring. Hugging her pillow every night when she's asleep. But she's not the only one when I'm with her. I can't sleep, wanna know what she's dreaming. Falling in love to the sound of her breathing. Trying to hide, but it's easy to see that. Well, she's not the only one. She's not the only one. You've got those bright eyes looking through mine. I'm trying to figure out if there's any more doubt in my mind. You can test me or confess, please. 'Cause I know you've been watching, waiting for me to fall so you can catch me. The one thing she don't know, 'cause I never let show, is that I miss her when she's away and I wanna kiss her face. She thinks she's in over her head. She thinks she's the only one who goes crazy. Picks up the phone when she thinks she heard it ring. Hugging her pillow every night when she's asleep. But she's not the only one when I'm with her. I can't sleep, wanna know what she's dreaming. Falling in love to the sound of her breathing. Trying to how we get here. Feels like 10 years. No trouble, I was so real. I don't know how I feel. My heart needs some place to rest.
Give it all you got until someone take you to the top so you'll become everything that you've been dreaming of. Baby, I've been in LA for too long, and I still ain't found a place to call home. Ain't no fun in making it all alone. All this glamour at Grammy parties ain't the same. Had me wishing that I never got on that plane. 'Cause now I'm stuck in California, just trying to get to you. I might drive back down to Georgia and wait there for you. 'Cause I seen the fame, baby, they can have it. It ain't got nothing on you. Now I'm stuck in California with dreams that came true. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, I'm just trying to get to you. Took away my insecurities, placed it with a bottle of Hennessy. Baby, I think that they all remember me. Mine ain't the same anymore. Sleeping on these hotel floors, thinking how could I have gotten this far? Ooh, all this glamour, Grammy parties ain't the same. Got me wishing that I never got on that place. Now I'm stuck in California, just trying to get to you. I might drive back down to Georgia and wait there for you. 'Cause I seen the fame, baby, they can have it. It ain't got nothing on you. Now I'm stuck in California with dreams that came true. Ooh. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. It leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, trying to get to you. California dreaming. Now I'm stuck in California, and it leads me back to you. Now I'm stuck in California, I'm just trying to get to you.
I'm like an animal that's stalking its prey. I'm sneaking closer to the scent of it every day, and I'm still fine though. Even when caught up inside a bind, though, I realign my spine and put my trust inside of mine. Knows I got clothes so I can go toe to toe with all these average Joes, flowing so slow and thinking that their motion matches slow Joe. I turn to beast mode when I duck the lynch, slowly puff up on my goal and I go and I fucking shred it. You can catch me on a bad day. I still remind you all of something my old man would say. You could take a shit hand, a bitch slap from life, and guide some real strife into something that don't look like a sad case. Caught up in the rat race when you just want the rap race, begging for fan face and carve the time to carve your own space. But they say nay, the DJs don't play your life's work on radio. You can say this isn't hip hop. You can say this bitch dropped his bars down a well, and you can smell that shit 'cause it's rotten. And my reaction would be to not give you traction, flashing middle fingers, forget fashion, fishing out them bars, resume the action. And actually, I don't care if I cash and could take forever for my sound is ever meshing and mashing with what they sincerely wanna hear, what they like in their rapping. But I ain't never been popular, so I'm comfortable with that shit. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it, is it complicated? I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date. It's just a matter of time before we make it. I ain't saying that it's easy, baby, but goddamn it, is it complicated? I got scars to prove it, taking steps to date. It's just a matter of I'm Dennis and always sunny and funny enough. I don't crave the runny yellow rays of sunshine as much as everybody else. It's not that I like it gloomy and rainy, I just don't check. I got blankets over the windows to keep my recordings echo free. I'm satisfied to be inside, I'm all the time up in my mind. An automatic fire until I'm shooting blanks. I kick the writer's block and it's crotching, don't stop until it's dropping my words and cursing me while I'm yelling thanks. Cause you gotta take back what's yours, and if you never had it, we'll start at your ground floor. Ignore the entire world till you can't be ignored, then go make yourself a ruckus, say fuck this, I'm